live from Newtown, Pennsylvania. We come to you here with the Rally Sports Network pregame show. Joining me in the booth is Ethan Whitney and Jack McInerney. I said that right?
Yep, you got it.
Perfect. All right, so we got our two boys here for the pregame show. And, gentlemen, we got a good game coming up. It's a Council Rock South versus Cheltenham matchup in the Suburban 1 League Continental Conference. And, Ethan, let's give a little bit on what you think the key moments of tonight's game are.
I'm very interested to looking at head coach Terrence Tolbert for Cheltenham. This is a big game for his program. He's 1-2. They've lost their last 6 one-score games, and this is a game that if they're going to win, it is most likely going to be close. Council Rock South is a very good team. We've gotten to call 2 of their games. They look good on every side of the ball. It's as simple as that. It's just, like I said, first year. He's been around Cheltenham before. He's coached separate roles in 2022 and 2024, and he's looked pretty good. So it's a big game for him and what Cheltenham's going to look like. They haven't had a really good winning football team in a good bit, and they think he is the guy who can get them over that hump. So very interested to see how he attacks Council Rock South tonight.
Now, Jack, we have noticed one thing, and it's that Council Rock South is pretty incredible at home. I mean, they've been incredible this season, not to discredit their play on the road, but what do you think it means to have the home crowd out here cheering for you and basically helping you succeed?
Yeah, it's a key factor. It definitely plays into the fact that Council Rock South is just, they're not getting flustered. There's no moment too big for them, especially when they've got their home fans cheering them on. They've got the band in the crowd tonight, and it's going to be a great atmosphere between 2 evenly matched teams.
Now, Ethan, Kendall Jackson coming in as the junior quarterback for the Cheltenham Panthers. He is on the season at a completion percentage of .560, and I mean, he's been incredible. 250 yards per game. It has just been a great season so far. How do you think it's going to come down to shutting down such great players in the skill position?
I mean, like you said, I was just about to touch on Kendall Jackson. He's a 2-year starter. He's familiar with the system. I mean, this kid is incredible. Council Rock South, their defense has looked very good throughout their first 2 games. I think it's more of a matter of containment rather than it is of stopping him. I'm not sure if you could really stop him. Their offensive line for Cheltenham has had struggles throughout the season, so it's possible you could attack them with that, try to make Kendall Jackson rush decisions, have to act quick. We saw them do that with Pensbury in the few times we really saw Pensbury throw the ball in that game. But Kendall Jackson, going to be hard to slow down.
All right, now sending it to you, Jack. We look like we got great weather tonight. Break us down the weather.
6 o'clock, it's 76, partly cloudy. 7 o'clock, which is when kickoff is, still partly cloudy. 74 degrees. Then we get into the twilight, and it's 71 at 8 o'clock. And finishing out the game, it's going to be 69 degrees at 9 o'clock tonight. So it's great weather for football. It's very comfortable conditions, not too hot, not too cold.
Now, another thing is the breeze not in effect, and it really hasn't been for any game, but we never see Council Rock South go for the field goal. I mean, it's incredible.
No, not once, which is a shame. We were talking about this pregame. Their kicker looks really good out there, but he has not had the opportunity to really show off his skills yet. But like you said tonight, not much of a breeze at all. So if there's going to be a chance for him to get his shot, have to imagine he'll make it.
Now, to break down what happened last time here, it was a 29-28 ball game back in September 14th of 2024. It came down to the final quarter. Both teams went on to just miss the playoffs that season. I believe it was 4 and 5, respectively, in the standings that they finished. And Council Rock South Golden Hawks, they had the edge, and they won the game.
Absolutely, and the interesting part to that game for me is that after that, you see a noticeable shift in how Cheltenham played throughout the rest of the season. They dropped their first 4 games, and a lot of them were blowouts. I mean, they just did not look – one of them was a blowout. Not really looking that good. Start off 0-4. They end up winning, going 3-3 across their next 6 games, so a solid end to their season. But like we said, the one-score games have been their vice. You see 29-28, that's a one-score loss, and they ended the season in another 29-28 loss to their rival Quakertown at Quakertown. So strong end of the season, but we'll see how that translates into 2025.
All right, with that, I believe that's going to conclude our pregame show, and we're going to get ready for the Council Rock South Golden Hawks to take the field after this short commercial break.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Buck's Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough, PA.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Walt Snyder Stadium. We're just about 10 minutes away from kickoff, but first, a word from some of our sponsors, Transcend Fitness. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand-new name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a state-of-the-art outdoor fitness rig, Transcend takes every workout further. From personal training and group fitness to small group sessions and their specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Finny McGee's. Hey, if you're looking for a great spot to hang out, follow me over to Finny McGee's Pub, voted Best Irish Bar 2 years running in 2024 and 25, and this year's winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour's the place to be Monday through Thursday from 3 to 7 with $2.50 domestic bottles and some awesome food specials. And every other Tuesday, you can test your knowledge with Trivia Night. Finny's is also the perfect place to catch all your favorite sports games, so make sure you're following Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on specials and happenings. That's Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, right in Bristol Borough. We'll see you there. Dress to the Nines. At Dress to the Nines, you can turn your Chanel, Hermes, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton into cash without the hassle. With expert authentication, white glove service, and top dollar payouts, we make luxury resale effortless. Your style deserves a second life. Let us do the work at Dress to the Nines. Stay with us. We are moments away from kickoff here on the Rally Sports Network.
Forgot to mention the car wash, but no worries.
Oh, that's my bad.
Oh, we're still on. It's Friday night under the lights in Newtown, Pennsylvania, 30 miles north of Philadelphia, and the lights are shining down on historic Walt Snyder Stadium. The Council Rock South Golden Hawks welcome the Cheltenham Panthers in what should be an exciting night of Suburban 1 League Continental Conference football. The conditions couldn't be better. Clear skies, a light breeze, and temperatures drifting from the low 70s into the high 60s as the evening rolls on. The stands are filling up, the band is warming, and the energy is building. Good evening, everyone. I'm Daniel McDevitt, and it's an absolute privilege to be with you for tonight's broadcast on the Rally Sports Network. As always, I'd like to take a moment to thank our incredible sponsors that make this coverage possible. Transcend Fitness, Finny McGee's Pub, and Dress to the Nine. Now, let's introduce a talented team bringing you tonight's action. Calling the shots and director's chair is Michael Telligan. Hosting our halftime show is Jack McInerney. Down on the field reporting is Ilya Rubis. And up top on the high camera is Jack McInerney. And, of course, joining me in the booth is my trusted partner and color commentator, the always reliable Ethan Whitney. Now, Ethan, tonight we got two eager teams to make a statement tonight. The Council Rock South enters at 2-1, led by their junior quarterback on the field, Marley Emerson, and the powerful running of Shane Myers. Cheltenham, meanwhile, comes in at 1-2, leaning on the playmaking ability of their junior quarterback, Kendall Jackson. With this being both teams' first conference game of the season, what do you feel will set them apart in this ball game?
I think it's going to come down to these two quarterbacks. You have Kendall Jackson, who's a fantastic talent. He's been helping get these skill position guys into a groove. I mean, their offense on paper is very scary. Obviously, you have South's defense, which is also very good. Marley Emerson, he's just done what he's had to do. He's displayed the arm talent. He's displayed the decision-making. He's displayed the ability to read the opposing defense. He's just a very well-rounded quarterback all in all. So I think the ability for the Cheltenham defense to stop Marley Emerson and vice versa, the Council Rock South defense to stop Kendall Jackson will ultimately be what sets these two teams apart in each of their first conference game of the year, each of them also finishing under 500 in the conference last year. So each of them looking to improve on that record here in 2025. So Council Rock South defense really have to focus on the run last week, not too much from the Pennsbury passing game, and they did a damn good job at it. Just adjusting to what they were doing. I think all in all, I think the undertone for what you've seen from Council Rock South is they're a very well-coached team. All in all, they know what to do and when to do it.
Coin toss happening now at midfield. Daniel McDevitt joined by Ethan Whitney. So we get ready for this Suburban 1 Continental Conference matchup, and it should be a good one. We got two squads coming in this game, and both are incredibly hot. We had Cheltenham just come off the win last week, and the same with the Council Rock South Golden Hawks. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention is how they rewrote history last week. It was a huge win for the Council Rock South Golden Hawks. It was their first time beating Pennsbury since 2010. They defeated them 20-6, and the Pennsbury Falcons really had no response for the offense, and honestly, even the defense that Council Rock South was putting them up. They were just absolutely crushing them.
Absolutely not, and it became a war of adjustments between the two coaches, both very experienced coaches, but at the end of the day, South's ability to do really both on offense with quarterback Marley Emerson and a good running game is what ultimately killed them. They just could not find that good in-between, so it's going to be very interesting to see Cheltenham, and I think one of the biggest keys for the Cheltenham defense is going to be safety/running back Isaiah Simpson. He leads the team in tackles per game. He's got 15 solo tackles so far this season, so I think a lot is riding on him tonight.
Now, we're going to step away and take a break as we get ready to honor America here on the Rally Sports Network. We'll be back with you just after this short break.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough, PA.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes.
I'm sorry. Off away the kick goes, and Cheltenham is going to lead off here with the ball. Picking it up off a bounce, gets past the 25 and carrying it up to the 29. A beautiful reception there off the kickoff. That's number 11, Chaz Moore with the catch.
Chaz Moore off to a great start for the season. Going to be interesting to see where he lies in this offense. He's got 7 catches for under 12 yards and a touchdown, the junior. So interesting to see how they use him tonight.
And here come the Cheltenham offense. We'll see them for the first time tonight, led out there by their quarterback, Kendall Jackson, the 6'1 junior, weighing in at about 178 pounds. He's had an incredible season so far, and he wants to look to keep that trend going.
All eyes on number 2 tonight for the South defense.
Some confusion. 2 backs there with Jackson. Hands it off immediately towards the outside and wrapped right where he stands. That's going to be a tackle for a loss as James Smith rips him to the ground.
It's James Jimbo Smith. We haven't seen him much in the running game so far. That's just his 3rd registered carry that I could find on Max Preps. He's more been on the defensive side as a safety, so they get him involved early.
Trying to mix some things up, maybe confuse the Golden Hawks. One of the things is that their skill positions are incredible, but they're going to try to wear down their offensive line, which has been said to be a little worse for wear as the season goes on. Now Jackson in the shotgun, a flag thrown.
Signals it's on Cheltenham.
Yeah, it seems like it. You can tell by the expressions, and it looks to be the center that jumped early. That's number 55, Josiah Peeler. The senior making a big mistake.
And Kendall Jackson, 3-time player of the game for Cheltenham in the 2024-25 season last year. So, obviously, he can take over a game when he has to.
2nd and 20 now. Steps back, reads the field, tosses it deep downfield, and just past him.
Yeah, just a bit too much on it. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication on how hard he was going to be running that route. But not exactly bad offense, just better coverage like we saw so many times in these last 2 weeks from the from the Council Rock South secondary. And now they can play back on a 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, we'll see what the play call is. A spread formation. Drops back into the button hook. It's Zeke Upchurch, and he pushes his way. We'll see where they put him, and that's going to be a 1st down. A huge play on 3rd down for the Cheltenham Panthers.
And there you sort of see the prevent defense bite him there. They played all the way back. They give it to Zeke Upchurch. He uses his speed. He's having a great start to the season, the 5'9 senior, and he just turns on the Jets and converts a long 3rd down. That is huge early in the game.
Yeah, one of the things I mentioned, scribbled on my sheet here, is that you gotta convert on 3rd down when you're playing Council Rock South Golden Hawks. It's a huge deal because there's a lot of shutdowns on 3rd down when you're the Golden Hawks. They don't let it fly. If you're getting a 3rd down, you're most likely not seeing them.
Yeah, and like we saw, we haven't really seen, I think they might be overturning this to a 4th down. So now it's decision time for the Cheltenham coaching staff. But I think what Cheltenham just displayed, what we really haven't seen from the 2 opponents we broadcasted, Frankfurt and Pennsbury, is the explosive playmaking we see from Cheltenham. Their skill positions are incredible, like we said. So they have the ability to make those explosive plays that Council Rock South opponents that we broadcasted haven't. And it's 4th and about half of a football as we see what they go for here. Council Rock South's linebacking core has been great to start the season.
On 1st down, Jackson hands this on off immediately. It's up through the middle. Jimbo Smith.
Huge 4th down conversion there.
Sorry, yeah, my mistake. 4th down. I said the wrong thing. They spotted him just short.
Again, they're getting James Smith involved early.
Yeah, we're seeing him in a different position for him.
As
the
we
halfback.
And we're seeing already almost every play they've had just wide receivers spread out wide, trying to spread out to the Council Rock South defense, let their guys work.
Jackson with Smith lined up next to him. They're going to hand this one off to the outside. It's Smith pushing towards the sideline and met by the defensive backs quickly.
Chaz Moore making an impact on that play, and again, he threw a great block on the outside. Probably gained his guy about 3 or 4 yards on that one. Good way of making something out of nothing.
Gain of about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 now. 3 receivers on the far side. We'll see how the defense lines up here. Looks as they show cover 3. Jackson, 4-man rush, throws to the sideline, and this one falls incomplete.
Yeah, leads his guy Zeke Upchurch just a bit too far to the sideline there. They fake the give, try to catch the South defense off guard, but he can't quite connect. Having a tough time getting that passing game going early. Like we've said so many times, South's secondary is very good, so it's never going to be easy getting the quarterback and the wide receivers rolling in this one. And so far, South's passing the test, but now you got a passing 3rd and long, or 3rd and medium more so.
3rd and 6. Steps back. Throwing the ball is Jackson. He's going to keep it himself, pushes up towards the 1st down marker, and he's got the 1st down, and an incredible scramble there to get the 1st down.
Love that play. He realized that there's nothing downfield. He just takes off and run, doesn't waste any time. Great decision there from Kendall Jackson, and that is one of the ways he can kill you. I mean, he can do it both ways. He just showed it there, makes the guy miss. I mean, at the end of the day, he's one of those quarterbacks. You have a one-on-one open field tackle. You take Kendall Jackson's odds there. They're going to go quick here. Screen pass to number 0. Trying to make a man miss. He finds some space. He's going to get the 1st down and a little bit more. That is number 0, Brian Palmer King, who already has 2 touchdowns this year. Love the decision to just get it to their skill positions who they know are as talented as they are and just let them work. And they're going to go quick here. And this is going to get blown dead. I believe there was a timeout. And a timeout, Council Rock South. So they're going to get their defense sorted. Council Rock South clothing drive and car wash on September 13th, Saturday, from 10:30 to 12:30. Acceptable donations are all clothing and shoes, all sizes. Clothing accessories like belts, hats, scarves, handbags, and gloves. Household items like towels, blankets, sheets, pillows, quilts, comforters, and curtains, and stuffed animals, bikes, scooters, and other things. All donations from the car wash benefit the Athletes Helping Athletes program, which is a non-profit organization located in Bucks County. The 15th annual Athletes Helping Athletes car wash. As Council Rock South gets their defense sorted. Cheltenham, just a methodical drive so far, and this is, so far, out of the games we've broadcast, low and away the best offense that Council Rock South is going to have to contend with. And we see there on the last one, just get it to your guy in space, throw him some blocks. Brian Palmer King converts us for a 1st down.
And now Jackson, lined up in the shotgun. He's got a spread formation. Hands it off immediately. And the 4 defensive tackles are going to get there. Or sorry, the 2 defensive tackles are going to get there real quick. They bring them down for a tackle for a loss. Now it's going to be a 2nd and 11.
The interior defensive line has done a good job so far for Council Rock South, preventing them from establishing the run. The problem is that obviously they can beat you both ways, so they haven't found a way to stop that yet.
A stack on the near side. Jackson steps back, throws towards the far side, and making the reception on the sideline is Carson Gideons. That's going to be close. We'll see if it's marked a 1st down, but it's going to be a 3rd and short. You got to think they're going to hand it off here to Jimbo.
Absolutely. They've been trying to establish the run. Could even see a quarterback keeper with Jackson, who we've already seen tuck in and run.
Jackson, Hands it off immediately to Smith, and Smith pushes his way through for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 in the end zone. The Panthers are driving.
And I want to talk about that last play, number 7, Carson Gideons. Expect to see a lot more of him in this game. He got 30 catches for 415 yards and 6 touchdowns from Kendall Jackson last year with the 2-time player of the game. So he is one of their favorite guys on the offense. So not the last time we're going to be calling his name tonight.
Snaps the ball, hands it off immediately. Smith through the middle of the field. He's turning on the Jets, and he is going to score. The Panthers go up by 6 early. And Smith with a beautiful run up the middle. There was just nobody home.
I mean, what a beautiful drive to start the game off from Cheltenham. They got it going both ways. They feed Jimbo Smith to start the game, who hasn't been a huge part of the running game. They catch him off guard. It's his first touchdown of the season. I mean, what a way to start the game. It's really the first real blow we've seen to Council Rock South out of the games that we've broadcasted so far.
I mean, the linebackers, they just got to watch that one. They bit immediately on the pass and just cleared out of the middle of the field. It was completely empty, and if that was an option, then you're immediately giving it to your running back there. Smith put 6 on the board, and then give this one to Andrew St. John to make it 7.
I mean, yeah, the linebackers for both of these teams are going to have a lot on their hands. These are 2 very good offenses. And so far for Council Rock South, like you mentioned on the last play, I think the overall issue is just reading Cheltenham. This could be an issue we see improve as the game goes on. Obviously, you get more familiar with the team and what you're looking at as a defense. But no complaints from Cheltenham on that first drive.
Should I go?
But now we get to see Marley Emerson, and you already know he's got a response queued up.
Down the field.
Go?
And
hi, this is Ilya Rubas reporting from the sideline here as Cheltenham takes the lead early here against CR South with a statement drive, methodical passes, converting on 4th and 3rd down, and finding the end zone. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Ilya. Another great report out of him. And we'll get ready for kickoff. As soon we will see the Council Rock South Golden Hawks on the kickoff. This ball driven to the 10, and now taking it through the middle of the field. He's got some open space, but the ball's out. The Panthers seem to be on top of it. It's a scruff for the ball, and oh, man, that did not go the way they wanted. Wow. I believe that was number 12 dropping the ball, Jerry Rogers.
And it's the two-way player, Jamal Butler, recovering the fumble. I mean, those are the kind of mistakes we haven't, frankly, seen South make at all so far. And that is huge for Cheltenham, their offense, which is already rolling. Chance to jump out to a 2-score lead. I mean, those are just as simple as it gets. You can't make those mistakes, especially against a high-powered offense like Cheltenham. So Marley Emerson going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, I might have jinxed it saying we're about to see the Golden Hawks offense, but I mean, that is just a mistake you cannot make. You had a beautiful lane for the 40, and I guess just the excitement got to you. But Jackson now again with the ball in the shotgun. Lined up next to him is Smith. Steps back. He's looking to throw. Pass rush coming in quick, and this one's going to rattle him. The throw just out of reach of number 11, Shaz Moore.
And there we see the Cheltenham offensive line. Really their first struggle so far, to give them credit. But like we mentioned, if there is a weak point on this offense, it has been said to be that offensive line. So I guess the Council Rock South defensive line that through the games we have seen have looked really good. Going to be an interesting battle to watch.
Jackson standing at about the 46-yard line. Looks back to throw. Thinks screen. He's going to keep it himself. The pass rush coming in quick, and he's going to get rid of this one. A smart choice. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, absolutely. That screen just did not come together like they thought it would. Jackson makes the right choice. Just gets rid of it. He's a 2-year starter. Got that experience, but Council Rock South needs to get off the field here.
Yeah, this is a critical 3rd down for the Golden Hawks. I mean, the Panthers have already proved themselves on being able to convert on 3rd down, but now the Golden Hawks, they really need to stop here, not just to shut down the 3rd down conversions, but to get the ball back to their offense and stay in the fight.
I mean, they're essentially 2-eye thing is going to be tested like we saw. They just dumped it off last time.
Free receiver stack on the far side. Jackson takes the snap, backs up, looks to pass. Flag on the play. Throws it deep downfield and just out of the reach of Brian Palmer King. We'll see what the flag, what which team the flag's going to be on here.
I don't think it would have counted regardless, but great effort from Jackson. So we await the call. There looked to be some confusion at the trip stack at the top of the screen before the ball was snapped.
It does seem Terrence Talbert is upset with something, so I'm going to guess this flag is on Cheltenham. Yep, it's going to be declined, and it was a false start by the offense.
Terrence Tolbert, very interesting coach. Like we mentioned, it's his first year here. He's had separate coaching roles with the team in years past. He's been coaching football since 1999, so the guy knows what he's doing. He was also, fun fact, the director for the NFL's high school development program in 2012 and 13. So the guy knows his way around high school sports.
That's a huge accolade. As now here comes the punter for Cheltenham, number 26 here. This one sent up to Jerry Rogers. He's going to call for fair catch, and Council Rock South is going to get started at the 11 as here comes Marley Emerson marching his team out there.
I can't stress enough how big of a stop that was for Council Rock South. I mean, you go down by potentially 10 or 14 points, too, in offense that is, looked really good on the first drive, obviously not as much on the second. That would be crushing. I mean, you don't want to play from down 2 scores in your own stadium, so essentially erasing that turnover is huge, even if the lost time is still there. And there's still 7 minutes to go in this quarter.
Yeah, this has been a enjoyable one thus far. Man goes in motion. Emerson quickly hands this off, and blown up at the line is Shane Myers, who had the incredible game last time. He put up 2 touchdowns in that victory with just 24 carries, 159 yards, averaging 6.6, and he was a huge part of that victory last week, Ethan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in a game that was essentially sort of decided by each team's running game and how well they could do it, he dominated. They could not stop him, and that is why he was the player of the game.
Emerson's going to call into motion. Daniel Horn, the snap, play action, throws it across the middle of the field, and Horn is going to bring this one in after taking a few hits from the linebackers. But that's a good sign, as South had some trouble passing the ball the last game they played against Cheltenham, with going 7 for 17 in that game, 110 yards and 0 touchdowns back in September 14th of 2024.
And you already see their number 28, Sean Alston. He had 77 tackles for Cheltenham last year. Was the first to hit on that play for Cheltenham.
Horn in motion. Handing it off. Coming to the outside is Myers, pushing his way through and gets to the 24, but there's a flag on the play.
In the area of holding.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a holding. We'll see what the call is officially. I'd have to imagine it be holding.
Interesting to see if it is holding, if Cheltenham would accept, as it looks from this angle, he's about a yard short. Maybe. It's hard to tell.
As the ball stands, it's 3rd and 4, but that's going to be a holding call on the Golden Hawks, and it's going to move them back 5.
See if we see Cheltenham get aggressive here, back so close to their own end zone.
Well, I wouldn't think so. They just pull a linebacker. Now a defensive back's coming in, so it looks like they're expecting a pass play here on 3rd and 9.
Ollie Emerson first really chance to prove himself.
Panthers
in this
showing cover 3. Only 2 receivers on the near side. Fake the handoff into play action. Emerson's going to roll out near side and throw this one up and over to the middle. It's intercepted. Taken in by Jimbo Smith. He's having himself a game. Squeezes his way through the defense. Still standing at the 10. Pushes to the 5, and it's going to be a photo finish. We'll wait for the call from the referee, but I believe he might be just short. But, oh my goodness, what a play there.
How about Jimbo Smith?
The official call, it's a touchdown.
Wow.
The Panthers go up 13-0 early in this one. And wow, Smith just putting the game in his hands.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to describe in words. I mean, he has been incredible. How about Jimbo Smith on a Friday night under the lights, reminding us why he is a two-way player? He already has one interception on the air, this being his second, and he put 6 points on the board for Cheltenham. And for Council Rock South team that has looked so methodical through their first 3 weeks, Cheltenham has come in here and they have played their style of football. I mean, it is fun to watch. They're doing what they want. So we wait the extra point. I mean, pitch perfect start for the Cheltenham Panthers.
We're going to send it down to
Good
Ilya
evening,
Rubis
ladies and
at
gentlemen. This is
18.
Ilya Rubis reporting live from the sideline here as Cheltenham furthers their lead against CR South with a turnover and a pick six. Previously forcing a fumble, this defense is making a statement out here, making big plays, big hits, and it results in a defensive touchdown. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Ilya. Great report as always. So we get ready for the kickoff. It is 14-0. Cheltenham is cruising so far in this one. They have just looked absolutely dominant.
I mean, I can't emphasize enough how impressive this start to the game for Cheltenham is. I mean, they're going on the road to one of the better teams in the conference who they lost to a year ago. And, I mean, frankly, they've dominated. I know there's still 4:56 left in the first quarter. There is plenty of time. But this is a statement from Cheltenham.
Yeah, statement start. And I mean, Emerson, he can't get too upset at himself. I mean, that was a tough play to take there early in the game. The tight end, Joey Madara, just letting it slip through his hands. But as Owen Oakhill pushes his way to the 25, we'll see Emerson take the field once again.
I think the biggest thing for Emerson is confidence right now. I mean, obviously, this has not been the start for Council Rock South that they wanted, but, they know that they are a good team, so want to see him remain confident in that arm, remain confident also in the running game from the play calling. Obviously, so much time left, and with a team as talented as the Golden Hawks, can never count them out.
Yeah, as much as you want to, you can't panic here at this point in the game. You just got to keep playing the ball you know how to play. Emerson in the shotgun, moves around Gunter. Hands it off immediately to Myers. Myers piles his way through up to the 30, and that's a gain of 4, so 1st and 6. And I think Shane Myers getting hot is going to be one of the crucial keys to winning tonight's ball game.
Yeah, I think that was a great way to start the drive after that pick six. He gets Shane Myers in there with some tough running. He gets some yards after contacts, really try to bring the energy back into this South offense. So definitely got to get Myers moving, like you said.
He was our player of the game last week.
For good reason. I mean, he was incredible.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns in that ball game. Emerson hands this one off again to Myers. Myers met by the linebacker just a yard short of the marker. It's going to be a 3rd and 1.
Believe that hit came from number 14, Jordan Elmine. Little fun fact, he's a 4-year player here for this varsity team. So he enters his final year with Cheltenham as a senior.
Yeah, Myers has to be careful going for the middle of the field at 5'9", 165 pounds. He can get pushed around quite easy.
And
but he's got the
6
speed.
foot 213.
Yeah. So David versus Goliath on that one. A stacked line here for the Golden Hawks. And you got to think it's a handoff. Yes, it is, as Myers is going to push his way for a Golden Hawks 1st down on a big 3rd down conversion.
Loves what we're seeing so far from South, responding to, obviously, that sort of disastrous first drive. Just feed your reliable guy. Shane Myers has, from what we've seen, just kind of been one constant in a game of football that is usually never. So you get him moving, you get this offense moving, and eventually, obviously, Marley Emerson gets that confidence back up as really the front 7 for both of these teams being tested a lot here in the first quarter.
3 receivers stack on the near side. Myers in the backfield he's going to get the ball. It's an option, and oh my goodness, like magic, down the far sideline. He's turning on the jets and tiptoeing his way all the way down the field to the 25. The 30. Oh my goodness, that was a beautifully ran option.
I mean, this is awesome. How about Friday night, you're getting out the playbook. Why not get creative with it? You're trying to get back in this game. Beautifully run option, a play that we've seen messed up really so many times in the game. It's not an easy play to run. They run it to perfection. and they get to the second and the third level. No one could catch up to him.
Nate Sidlick, the fullback, just got the ball off the handoff from originally to Shane Myers. It went to Sidlick, and then Sidlick just turned on the Jets. They were expecting the run from Myers. And now Emerson rolls out some near side, fakes the toss, and now connects with Brody Walker for about a gain of 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
I mean, you can already feel the energy back into this Council Rock South squad. I mean, you see Marley Emerson looking there, fakes, makes the right decision, and I want to look back to that play from before. They used Shane Myers, who's been their guy, as just sort of eye candy for the defense, and making them think that they're going to hand it off to him. They go to Nate Sidlick, who just explodes for, I mean, what was that, 40, 50-yard run?
Yeah, that was about a 40, 50-yard run. A beautiful one at that.
Can't help but love what we're seeing from really both of these offenses so far, despite the pick 6.
Emerson now takes the snap and hands it off to Myers. Myers pushes his way through the A-gap and makes it for the first down. But this one might be a 3rd and inches. Yeah, it's going to be ruled a 3rd and inches.
Yeah, not too much trickery on that one. Trickery, rather. Just give it to your guy. He gets really close. Have to imagine they'll be going back to him.
Student section into this one. It's a blackout here at Walt Snyder Stadium. Heading back out to the field, there is Nate Sidlick after his huge run earlier in this ball game. And this one might be a QB sneak, and yes, it is. But there's a flag on the play. It's coming from the umpire.
You can't touch push an high school ball, can you?
Yeah, that could be what I would say that's what it was. But it came from the umpire.
Yeah. Someone might have jumped as well. I mean, in the middle of that, it's hard to really see from up here.
If it was the referee on the Hawks side, I would say that it could be that. But yeah, it's going to be, a false start on the Hawks. So surprising that the umpire was able to see that.
Right.
But hey.
Penalty is against the Golden.
Penalty is a penalty. 3rd and 5.
I mean, yeah, from what we're seeing from both of these teams is the firepower that they have on both offenses. I mean, this has been a really fun game so far. Interested to see what they pull out of here. 3rd down, just outside the red zone.
Emerson fumbles the snap, and he dives right back on it. Disaster right now for the Hawks. Oh, my goodness. That one just fell out of his hands. He got a little too early. Most likely the handoff to Shane Myers, if I had to guess. But
they're going to stay out there.
Declan Berry not coming out to the field. Marley Emerson's going to stay out there with his offense.
I mean, Marley Emerson is just, I don't know if it's the nerves of the game being down by 2 scores. Obviously, that snap was a little bit early compared to what he was expecting. But just simple mistakes that South is making that we really haven't seen them make.
On 4th down, the pressure doesn't get any more. Emerson in the shotgun. Myers next to him. Rolls out near side and makes the pass. He's going to have a 1st down a little bit more. Nate Sidlick leading this drive. And now they get into the end zone for the first time in this ball game.
I mean, yeah, perfect play call there. You just get your guy out into space. Cheltenham wasn't ready for it. You pick up the 1st down. I mean, obviously it wasn't the explosive play we saw from Sidlick just a moment ago, but it did what it needed to do, and that'll run us out here. What a first quarter.
Yeah, what a first quarter it was. We'll be back with you on the Rally Sports Network after this short commercial break.
Follow me to Finney McGee's Pub, winner of Buck's Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finney's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finney McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finney McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough, PA.
Sending it down to Ilya Rubis with our report here. Take it away, Ilya.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis, Rally Sports Network, reporting here live from the sideline as the CR South Golden Hawks are putting together a drive that could potentially get them on the board for the first time. They started slow last week, and now Now they're ramping it up. This might be the spark they needed. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Ilya. Another great report as we get ready for second quarter action. It's 1st and 10 in Cheltenham's side of the field as they take back to action at the 15.
I mean, yeah, just what a game. We haven't really seen each of the teams that we've seen Council Rock South play. They just have their different styles of play. Right now, we are just seeing firepower on firepower. And, I mean, under the Friday night lights, I mean, this has been awesome. Got Sweet Caroline playing.
The band is getting into it.
It's great. They're right next to us.
Yeah. Great music as Emerson fakes the handoff. It's play action. Throws it deep towards the end zone. Bringing it in for a Council Rock touchdown is Joey Madara. As they finally get on the board, give them 6.
What a response from the Golden Hawks. Marley Emerson, fresh off of throwing the pick 6 and fumbling the snap just moments ago, responds in the perfect way, showing off his arm, showing off his decision-making, beautiful play calling from the 1 yard line to the end zone. I mean, this is just a battle of two of the better offenses we're going to see all season long, and they're just showing off what they got.
Way to air it out there. Just an absolutely amazing read as the PAT is going to be good, and we'll send it to Ilya Rubis down on the field. Take it away, Ilya.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis reporting live from the sideline here. This is Ilya Rubis reporting live from the sideline as CR South gets on the board for the first time. They had a slow start last week against Pennsbury, but ended up winning that game 20-6. And this one, they had an incredibly slow start, some turnovers early on, some big mistakes, but they turned it up with a 47-yard run, setting them up perfectly for a touchdown. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Ilya, once again, as we get ready for the kickoff coming away. Declan Berry heads out there to kick this one away. The 5'8 junior, 180 pounds.
Cheltenham's defense so far this season has been pretty streaky. They opened the season by giving up 35 points, then held CB East to just 17 in and ultimately what was a loss, and then 29 points given up against Neshaminy in what was a really impressive win to give them their first of the year.
So Barry gets ready. Coach Sidlick lined up with his kickoff team here as this one gets booted away and caught here by number 11, Chaz Moore. He turns on the jet, and man, that was a quick run out of him as he gets up to the 32. It just seemed like he went into 2x speed there.
I mean, yeah, he's just showing off the Jets so far. That's why they've got him on kickoff, and it feels like every play, someone's doing something electric for each of these teams. Cheltenham now haven't seen their offense in a good bit. Obviously, their last touchdown coming by way of the pick 6. So maybe interesting to see, what they've talked about on the sideline for the Golden Hawks and how to stop the Cheltenham offense.
Now, could be the tides of change here for the Cheltenham Panthers as they upset National Conference opponent Neshaminy in a statement win last week. They defeated Neshaminy 38-29 on the road, and that was their first win of the season they had there. So now as we get back to the game, we see their road warriors. They lost their first 2 games at home, and then they won against one of the biggest opponents they had all season, the Neshaminy Skins. As Jackson pushes his way for about 3 yards.
I mean, what I'm seeing from Kendall Jackson right now is he has that internal clock down to a T. I mean, he knows there's nothing there. He's going to tuck it and run, get what he can. And so far, he's been perfect on that. And at the end of the day, sometimes for a defense, there's just nothing you can do there.
2nd and about 7 now.
I mean, these are 2 great quarterbacks for the high school level, just going back and forth.
Yeah, you don't always see incredible arms when it comes to high school football, but you do see some incredible legs, and we're seeing that in Jimbo Spiff there as he pushes up for a 3rd and inches coming up.
I believe that may have been his longest run of the day. I mean, they've been feeding it to him a lot.
Smith, no, his longest run of the day was the touchdown run.
On offense.
No. He had the touchdown run earlier.
Oh, yeah, he had both?
Yep,
wow.
He had both touchdowns in this ball
right.
game. He's having himself an amazing night, and he'd like to build back on that. As on 3rd and 1, you got to imagine they might hand it off here.
Trying to get him to
Showing blitz there is that's a 6-man rush, and they are going to wrap him, but he's slowly pushing his way to the line, and it's going to be a generous give there as they're ruling it a first down so far.
That was really close. The second effort might have gotten him it. They have, I mean, we saw earlier they took a longer look at the spot of the ball, ended up overturning it, but doesn't look like they're going to do that here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 here now for the Panthers.
Love to see a long drive here for Cheltenham. Give their defense a bit of a break. They've been on the field for a while. This one's blown dead.
Blown dead here, so flag on the play. Why we'll look at that? We'll look at when the Hawks rewrote history earlier this week. Last Friday, the Hawks defeated the Pennsbury Falcons 20-6, and it was the first time the Hawks have beat Pennsbury since 2010. They had a huge win led on the legs of Shane Myers as he had 3 touchdowns in that ball game, and he was absolutely cruising. He was our player of the game in that ball game, and just an incredible showing out of him, an incredible showing out of the Golden Hawks, especially on defense.
So it was an offsides, I believe they said. That or neutral zone infraction.
Blitz coming, and they're just going to toss this one away. A throwaway pass turns into a huge run. Scrambling down the sidelines is Smith. And what a play. Smith takes it all the way in for a touchdown. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Cheltenham. But there's a flag in the backfield.
Oh, no.
It's most likely going to be holding. Is Smith carrying his team on his back right now? And he is going to be quite upset to hear about this one.
I mean, I was just about to give my flowers to him. I mean, he's been incredible. That would have been his 3rd touchdown of the half. I mean, he's having, if that would have counted, he's already on the list of maybe one of the best performances we've seen by a player in the network's history.
Yeah, that would have been an incredible start, but even off that being a throwaway pass, that wasn't even a designed play. The blitz came in quick. Smith thought he would run to the outside, and he did. They made the pass perfectly and kept it going.
I mean, I think what we've seen, the really common thread among all of Cheltenham's skill positions is just how goddarn fast they are. I mean, we've seen Chasmore on the kickoff. We just saw Jimbo Smith turn on the Jets down the sideline there, even if it didn't count. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's in a foot race, I think you're taking Cheltenham.
Jimbo's off the field here. Is now out there is Elamilo Stemmen. And Stemmen pushes his way to the line of scrimmage, but the defense there making a big stop, and that's Nate Sidlick making that stop. Sorry, Joey Madera. 156 yards on offense, 2 sacks on defense last season. He played defensive edge out of necessity last year, so we didn't have many reps at the tight end position, but 6'3", 190-pound senior. He can do it all. He also plays basketball here.
Wow.
At Council Rock South.
What a guy.
So 2 years of starting experience. That's what you want to see out of him. 2nd and 8. Jackson looks, throws, curling, and this one is a catch. And upset here is Coach Sidlick. He did not think that was a catch, and neither did the sideline.
Instant reaction. I mean, obviously from the opposing sideline, they're going to say incomplete. It was tough to see as right from where we are angled, the players are standing right in front of where the catch was made. But like you said, Coach Sidlick, I mean, he's been happier.
Carson Gideon's on that play.
Jimbo Smith not on the field for these last couple plays.
So big first down here as they get it into Golden Hawks territory. Jackson in the shotgun. Lined up back there with him is Stemmen. Stemmen's going to just block for him as Jackson rolls out far side. Off his backside, it's a throw deep to Zeke Upchurch, and it just falls out in the end zone. It's going to be a fight to see who has it as they're ruling it incomplete. What is going on? I am utterly confused. So it is complete.
I think they're saying he's down.
The side judge showed incomplete, but I guess it was overruled.
1 yard line, 1st and goal.
And
I mean, shades
what
of
a confusing showing.
Shades of like Maction in what we've seen so far in this game. I mean, you will not see many better throws from a high school quarterback than what we just saw, but they're not going to give him the touchdown. Here we go.
Jackson hands this one off to Stemmen, and Stemmen is trying to reach this one over the goal line.
I think he got there.
Both referees are showing that he's stopped with just inches to go, and it looked like Stemmen said run it back. So I'm going to guess we're going to see almost the same exact play here.
Players calling the plays. Love to see it.
Stemmen hands it off and squeezes his way through the legs, and that one's going to be ruled a touchdown. The Panthers now go up by 2 scores once again. It's 20-7 here at Walt Snyder Stadium, and we got a barn burner going.
I mean, I want to talk about that throw we just saw from Kendall Jackson. I mean, have we seen many better throws from a high school quarterback on Rally Sports Network? I mean, that was incredible. Dots this guy up. Some confusion towards the end as to, whether or not he caught it, then the fumble, but all that matters is what the referees called it, and Kendall Jackson is showing us why we were told by so many coaches and so many players, and even the athletic director, that he is a threat.
Yeah, Upchurch with just an incredible catch off that, and the ball couldn't have been placed better by Kendall Jackson, and that's why we said he's a player to watch out for in this game. I mean, he's already got 752 yards on the season.
This is Ilya Rubis as Cheltenham Falcons take a 2-score lead over the CR South Golden Hawks. The penalties hurting them on that drive, but it didn't matter. They found the end zone, some big deep shots, and they got it done as they take a 20-7 lead in this ball game. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Ilya. As I was saying, he has 752 yards just on the season. That's not even counting this game so far. And he found his man Upchurch, who has been one of his favorite targets all season. He's got 205 yards, and it's just a beautiful connection. I mean, you got to watch out for that one if you're the defensive coordinator here. You got to keep an eye out on that deep threat.
Yeah, and Upchurch just blows right by him. He makes the nice late adjustment. He is a veteran, a senior on this team. And that his second, or no, not a touchdown. He came up just short, but I mean, that's the kind of plays you see from really up and down the roster. A veteran team, or at least an experienced team, a lot of returning starters, like we even see with South.
Escaping away with the ball up towards the 39 there off a beautiful return. Joey Madara, the tight end, showing some speed.
Special teams has played a big part of this game. Each team.
Sorry, Jerry Rogers. I want to correct myself. Jerry Rogers.
Yeah, special teams playing a big part in this game. Each team's kickoff units and return units, more so, have been setting their offenses up with great field position. But now, again, another high-stakes drive for Marley Emerson and Shane Myers. Down by 14. Still plenty of time, but you do not want to give it back to the Cheltenham offense with a chance to inflate that lead. This game could come down to who gets the next stop.
Time to respond here for the Golden Hawks as Emerson puts Myers into motion. He's going to keep it himself up through the middle, not sliding. He's going to take the hit and gets to the 49 of Panthers side of the field.
You know, his players loved that one. His coach probably not as much. Looked like a design there, and I love it. Get your guy in open space. Like we've been saying, that's really what both of these teams have been doing. I mean, that is what you do when you have such talented skill positions. And a quick first down, set the tempo. And like I said, this game is not moving as fast, rather, as we see our other games. Still 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Plenty of time.
A receiver on each side moves Gunter to the far side. Handoff here to Myers. Myers pushing towards the outside. And on the far side, he's going to be brought down. But he's going to get a few more out of that. He got into the mosh pit there at about the 45, but pushes his way to the 42, and Shane Myers gives himself some more rushing yards.
Yeah, and what's been so interesting to see is how differently each of these offenses have attacked so far in this game. Council Rock South mostly leaning on their running game. Obviously, Marley Emerson with the touchdown pass, but Shane Myers has been the guy for Council Rock South, and Kendall Jackson, the guy for Cheltenham so far. So, interesting to see this sort of tough running that you see from Shane Myers that you just can't get in everyone else. I mean, he is that good.
Myers Madara exit the field. Brody Walker in motion. Emerson. Handoff here. Pushing his way through is number 20, Gavin Lacey. We saw a lot of flashes of him in the Pennsbury game as they heavily relied off their off their rush last game.
Yeah, for sure. 3rd and 1 here. I feel like everyone in the stadium knows who this ball is probably going to. Number 24 on Emerson's right.
2 receivers lined up, putting the tight end Daniel Horn in motion. And I believe this one's going to be called a timeout. The Golden Hawks call timeout, so we'll get a quick word from our sponsor.
Transcend Fitness. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience with over 8,000 square feet of brand-new name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a state-of-the-art outdoor fitness rig. Transcend takes every workout further, from personal training and group fitness to small group sessions and their specialized speed school for high school athletes. Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Finney McGee's Pub. Hey, if you're looking for a great spot to hang out, follow me over to Finney McGee's Pub, voted Best Irish Bar 2 years running in 2024 and 25, and this year's winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour's the place to be, Monday through Thursday from 3 to 7 with $2.50 domestic bottles and some awesome food specials. And every other Tuesday, you can test your knowledge with Trivia Night. Finney's is also the perfect place to catch all your favorite sports games, so make sure you're following Finney McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on specials and happenings. That's Finney McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, right in Bristol Borough. We'll see you there.
3rd and 1 now as Emerson gets ready here late in the second quarter. Throws it. It's a screen pass to number 1, Brody Walker, and the ball is out, but we'll see who's on top of it.
I think he held on there, or at least jumped on it.
So, yeah, it's going to be Brody Walker still on top of it. So he gets the first down with a little bit of fright.
Laying the boom there, the senior free safety, Makwi Farrell. Believe it or not, only 5'9", 165. You wouldn't believe it after what we just saw from him. He is arguably their best player. He's a two-way player for the first time in his career this season, and last year, 4-time player of the game for Cheltenham. I mean, he is arguably the best player they've got on that side of the ball.
Yeah, you might see Coach Sidlick just duct tape the football for the rest of the week to all of his offensive players here. It has been a sight to see. So many fumbles, so little time. Emerson, near side, throws this one up too high for number 25, Nate Sidlick.
Dangerous ball there. He had 2 Cheltenham defensive backs right on him.
Yeah, dangerous pass there. That one let him take a hard hit to the back.
I mean, arguably. I mean, this has just been, it's like playing arcade mode on a video game, what we've seen from these two teams so far. I mean, it has been electric every play. I mean, under the lights here at Walt Snyder Stadium, I say this every time, it is such a great sight to see, and what a game we have going.
Myers lined up next to Emerson. Handoff, it's the option. We saw it earlier today, and Nate Sidlick doesn't get as much as he wanted, as much as he had last time. He gets right back to the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and 10. We'll see what Coach Sidlick has in the playbook.
Yeah, that one will hurt the average, but Cheltenham was ready for it that time. They prevent the explosive play. So we've seen them run it on some passing downs. I mean, you never count Shane Myers out to get 10 yards, but kind of in no man's land here in high school football at the 35-yard line. We have yet to see their kicker kick. So
with just over 4 minutes left to go, this is one of the most crucial 3rd downs we'll see in this ball game. Emerson puts Nate Sidlick, and this ball's out. It fell out of the hands. The play just did not go as it was drawn up. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it's been the little things so far for Council Rock South. That may have maybe deflected off of Sidlick a little bit. It's hard to tell from up here, but that is the 2nd botch snapped and combined, correct me if I'm wrong, the 4th fumble from Council Rock South. I mean, that just cannot happen. Now you've got a 4th and about 15 in no man's land. It looks like, yeah, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it's always bad when you got more fumbles than you do touchdowns or even quarters you've played in so far. So we'll see how they handle this one. Now Emerson on 4th and 15.
See if they get creative or just let Emerson show off his arm.
Emerson steps back to throw the pass rush, coming in quick. He's going to roll out far side. Throws this one, middle of the field. Sidlick's there, and he pushes off one linebacker. Now to the near side. He's got an open lane. Coming in to make the tackle is number 21, Tobina Ujwuku. And oh my gosh, what a play out of the Golden Hawks. Absolute magic right there, Ethan.
I mean, I'm almost standing up here in the booth. This is unbelievable. We saw 28 Sean Austin for Cheltenham get in there and blow up the play. We thought he had him dead to rights, and Marley Emerson just pulls a magic trick out of his hat, finds Sidlick, who has been incredible for their offense, and the explosive playmaking. Now they've got a chance in the red zone, get this game back to within one score. Unbelievable making that happen.
Emerson puts Walker in motion. Looks to throw, keeps it himself. Now pushing up towards the 5. He might be given the 4 if generous. And it's going to be a second and goal.
I mean, I'm still not over what we just saw from Marley Emerson. I mean, the Cheltenham defensive line really did everything right. They blew up the play. Sean Austin, who's a senior on this team, like I mentioned earlier, 77 tackles for number 28 last season. But he couldn't get. Emerson throws it across his body, finds Sidlick, and Sidlick just making it happen tonight. I mean, it feels like every time he touches the ball, he has been, at maybe 60% of South's explosive plays?
Yeah, it's been an incredible night for him. Now Emerson looks, quick pass to the outside. It's Myers. He's going to try to get it open lane through the defenseman, but he is stopped at the 2.
Yeah, 24 and 25 has been the two-headed monster Cheltenham's been trying to stop all night long. Now you've got a 3rd and goal from what looks like from here about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the chains are getting set up at the 3. Referee originally signaled 2.
Interesting.
But either way, it's almost the same distance. They stack behind the quarterback, and Myers punches his way through the defense, and they respond. It's 21-13 Cheltenham.
I mean, that play crossed his body to Nate Sidlick. One of the best plays Marley Emerson, arguably the best play we've seen him make, and also Nate Sidlick changed, obviously, the game as we have a player down for Cheltenham. Hope he is all right. But that is another huge response from the Cheltenham Panthers.
We're going to step away as we have an injury on the field, so we'll take a break and be back.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough, PA.
All right. Welcome back to Walt Snyder Stadium. He is walking off on his own power, which is great to see. We're going to get a quick word from Finny McGee's. Hey, if you're looking for a great spot to hang out, follow me over to Finny McGee's Pub, voted Best Irish Bar 2 years running in 2024 and 2025, and this year's winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour is the place to be Monday through Thursday from 3 to 7 with $2.50 domestic bottles and some awesome food specials. And every other Tuesday, you can test your knowledge with Trivia Night. Finny's is also the perfect place to catch all your favorite sports games, so make sure you're following Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on specials and happenings. That's Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue in Bristol Borough. We'll see you there.
Flag on the play after the PAT attempt of Declan Berry. It was good, so if this is on Cheltenham, we'll obviously see the decline.
Could even see maybe they want to go for 2 from the 1.
Yeah, this one's going to be declined, so the PAT is good, and the special teams will march off the field. Now we're going to send it down to Ilya Rubis for another report. Take it away, Ilya.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis coming at you live from the sideline as CR South scores another touchdown. This has not been a pretty game for them, fumbling many times on offense. This Cheltenham defense making life miserable, but they find the end zone for the second time, and they make this a 1-score game, which is huge for this team as heading into halftime. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you so much, Ilya Rubis. Another great sideline report out of him. We'd like to thank all our viewers and like to mention that there are plenty of games here on the Rally Sports Network, so check out our schedule. So many games coming up this season. We send it back to North next week, as it'll be Truman at North and Cheltenham at North. We'll see Cheltenham once again, and then we go back to South for Salterton at South, and with the standings the way they are, that is shaping up to be such a good matchup. Ben Salem at North October 10th, and then October 24th, the Rock Bowl. One of the biggest games of the entire year here live on the Rally Sports Network. I'd like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in tonight. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying our content and making high school broadcast alive.
Make sure to check us out on TikTok and Instagram as well. All the highlights you will see from this game will be uploaded directly to there. And don't go anywhere, obviously. This is a heck of a game, and it is only getting started.
21-14, probably the closest game we've broadcasted all season. And Cheltenham in the driver's seat as we're seeing an onside kick. This one rolls to about the 33, and you got to remember to go down there as he almost took the boom.
I honestly love the play call. I mean, for a Cheltenham offense that has been so good, to steal a drive away from them would be amazing. And with the kickoff returns we've seen from Chaz Moore, they might have gotten further if they would have given him a chance. So
now I'd understand it if it was a more run heavy offense like we saw with Pennsbury last week, but with a team can sling the ball and a minute 25 left on the clock, and I'm pretty sure they still have a timeout. Yes, no, sorry, they have all 3 timeouts. It is CR South only with 1. You're probably going to see them throw as they spread formation here. 2 receivers near side, 2 on the far side. Steps back to throw is Jackson. A quick pass towards the sideline. Good out route there by number 8, Devian Evans.
going to see a lot of Kendall Jackson. Obviously, 2-minute offense here. They do have all 3 of their timeouts. But, I mean, he has been incredible all night long, and it would be huge for Cheltenham if they could go into the half with a 2-score lead. That would obviously be huge. Council Rock South, if I remember correctly, will get the ball after the half. So if they could get a stop here, only go down 1 score into the half, that would be huge.
Steps back, looks to throw this one, a deep ball, sent towards the sideline, and picking it up is an amazing catch by Zeke Upchurch.
I mean, Zeke Upchurch's favorite target all season long, and he has shown why tonight. A beautifully placed ball right into the breadbasket. Zeke Upchurch just does what he does best. Reels it in, first down. Yes, he did get out of bounds, so they get to retain their timeout. Andrew South secondary trying to figure it out. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, no worries. Andrew St. John, good from 25 in pregame. So that's probably going to be their marker if they want to go for 3. A stop much needed here for the Golden Hawks, especially being down by 1. Looks to sack him, and Jackson escapes like a magician and gets to the first down marker. That was just not what you want to see out of the Golden Hawks as we have a player down and injured. We'll step away and hopefully he's all right.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Walt Snyder Stadium as we continue play. Walking off on his own accord is number 8, Michael Molesky. And good to see that he was able to get off the field on his own accord. He went down quite hard, but hopefully, given the time off in halftime, he'll be able to go.
I mean, just wizardry that we saw from Kendall Jackson on the last play. South, similar to what we saw from Marley Emerson just about 5 minutes ago in game time, had that play blown up, and he avoids the sack, takes it off and run, gets about, I want to say, 9 yards on it. 1:03 left. South secondary still trying to figure out this offense. I mean, huge set of plays coming up.
And here we go. Jackson in the shotgun. A spread formation, backs up, pass rush coming in quick. Taking the ball is Upchurch, and he is going to get past the chains for a first down. Looks like a flag on the play.
Very interestingly designed play. They sent
Multiple flags on the play that's probably going to be unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, they send the offensive lineman down the field in a interestingly designed screenplay. They got the first down, but obviously we're going to have to wait to see what the officials have to say about it.
Now with 54 seconds left on the clock here, this is going to be huge. You obviously, if you were the Golden Hawks, you do not want them to score here if you want to get yourselves back into the game. Not that they're out of the fight, but to get back in the shootout range.
Yeah, and these two teams, you are just looking at the broader effects of this game. These two teams who were 4th and 5th, South 4th, Cheltenham 5th in the conference standings last year, you have to imagine they're going to be neck and neck all season long. So the effects that this game could have on the rest of the season are paramount, especially when you're looking at a Cheltenham team that's staring down the difference between 1-3 and 2-2, and Council Rock South 3-1 and 2-2.
I'd like to remind you, if you're watching on YouTube here at the Rally Sports Network, to please hit the subscribe button to make these broadcasts possible. And these are going to go on the Panthers.
Wow.
As it looks like it's going to be offsetting penalties, though. But one original penalty on the Panthers. So that's going to see how far that backs them up. You can check out all season long the 2025 high school football Rally Sports Network as North and South, a live coverage on YouTube. As next week we get ready for Truman at North, a big matchup, September 18th. October 3rd, Cheltenham at North. And then October 9th, we return back to South for Salterton at South. Game. So this just backs up the Panthers for a second and about 5.
Looks just about, but 54 seconds and counting. They have 1 timeout remaining.
A stack on the far side. Watch the top part of your screen here. Steps back is Jackson looking to throw deep. This one is slung down the field and just out of reach. Oh, man. What a throw, though, by Kendall Jackson, just out of the arms of Carson Gideons.
I mean, you don't see high school quarterbacks too often with that level of range. I mean, that was incredibly close, just out of the reach of Gideons. They take their shot. Now it's 3rd and 5. Have to imagine this is 4-down territory, but I was also want to correct myself. They have 2 timeouts left. It's Council Rock South with 1 remaining.
Now, when we had the ability to speak to the coaches earlier, I wish I asked how far Kendall Jackson can throw the ball, because that just looked effortless. That was a beautiful pass down the field.
I mean, he is, just the simplest way to put it, so much fun to watch.
The snap, steps back, pass rush coming in quick. One hand on him, but Jackson now rolls out to the far side. He might get this to the 25, so that's field goal range and out of bounds with 31 seconds to go. And absolute silence here on the Golden Hawks sideline.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? They again blew the play up, but he's just going to do what he does best. He's an escape artist, gets to the outside, gets the first down, and like you said, critically into field goal range. I mean, it's just he is probably the most talented arm we've seen and an incredible rusher. Can't stop him.
Jackson steps back, throws, connects with Upchurch once again, and they are driving down the field. 25 seconds to go, and I believe we might get a timeout. The clock is stopped, but he went out of bounds. My mistake. First and goal. Now they're recording 1st and goal. With just 25 seconds to go, they got enough time to score here.
And they've done a great job, short of also bleeding the clock, so South doesn't have much of an opportunity to respond when this drive is over.
Showing man coverage are the Golden Hawks. And another pass rush coming in, and Jackson is brought down. The sack coming from Nate Sidlick. And oh man, have a game.
I mean, Nate Sidlick and Jimbo Smith are the 2-way players doing it all for the Panthers and the Golden Hawks tonight. And
the
that
6'2"
time,
senior just weaves his way through the offensive line and rips down Kendall Jackson.
I mean, how satisfying do you think it was for them to finally get this guy down? I mean, what is it, 3 or 4 times? He not only avoided the sack, but gained plus yardage out of it.
That was just an incredible
And they
turn of
kicked
the
him.
tides there for the Golden Hawks. They needed that.
They kicked him
100%.
right back to around the field goal range. And with, I mean, some wind is starting to come in. It was just a breeze, but just something to watch.
And here we go with 18 seconds left to go in the first half. On second and a long ways.
I mean, a field goal here, even just a field goal, is the difference in obviously a 1 and a 2 score game. And if South can go into the half and get the ball to start the second half, just needing a touchdown to tie it up, it'd be the first time they've been tied since the opening kickoff. That would be huge.
22 yards to the goal line. As you know, they're going to be passing the ball here. Jackson, once again, steps back, throws off his back foot. This one towards the sideline. His foot might not have been in, and it's incomplete. Upchurch just trying to get his foot in, but it's not enough there.
I mean, that's just a case of good offense but better defense. South had that covered perfectly. It was a great throw and a great effort, but just not enough. As now they face third down, and going to be interesting to see the decision that they make if this goes to a fourth down. The ball spotted right around where we saw their kicker hit from in practice. We can see some light action from the Cheltenham visitor section.
3rd and 22 to the goal line as a timeout is going to be called here by the Golden Hawks. They're going to use their final timeout, and we are going to step away for a quick commercial break.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Practice is over. Now it matters here for the Golden Hawks as they are 2-1 in non-conference play. Cheltenham is their first, that says out of conference, but in-conference opponent this season. And this is their true test to see their ability if they want to win the conference. And as it's showing right now, both teams could make a conference run, Ethan.
Absolutely, and these are, like I said earlier, two teams that were neck and neck all of last season. The game that they played ended up being the tiebreaker. So really the entire high school football world, at least the Suburban One world, watching this game as this has unseen implications on what the rest of the year will look like for the league.
Especially for the Continental Conference.
For sure.
Jackson once again steps back. Pass rush coming in quick. He goes to throw it away, and this one's going to be a quick, complete pass. He tried to find Smith. And the panic now setting in for the Panthers as they'll have to decide if they want to go for the field goal.
Looks like they are.
Yeah, Andrew St. John was good from 25 in pregame, but now he'll test it in game, and the Golden Hawks asking their fans to get loud.
Been a great job from Jackson just to be able to get that ball out after South's interior line just again blew that up, getting to the quarterback. Obviously, he doesn't get that ball out, make it just an incompletion. Now you got to really just chuck up a prayer on what would have been around 4th and maybe 10 or 11.
The noise setting in, and this one is going to be from 28 yards back. So Andrew St. John to make this a 2-score ball game. It's up. It is just short. And the Golden Hawks stay within 1 score.
Wow.
And the first half almost coming to a close. And we'll get to see probably one play out of the Golden Hawks
The clock is at
before they
0.
walk out.
Believe
Oh,
that
the
is a
clock is at
mistake.
0. So
The
we'll see if
band
they're going to
is-
throw some time on. But the
band
band
is on the field.
The band is on the field. The band is on the field. Not quite the situation it was in the famous game, but the band is on the field. We'll see if they throw time on the clock. Cheltenham is staying out on the field.
This is a logistical issue as of the moment.
Yeah, I think the band's going to have to take a few steps back.
And South is returning to their sideline as the Drums approach.
And yep, they are early out there.
And they're backing up.
The percussion team moving
Ball
off the
back, ball
sideline.
back.
I think they're going to share the sideline at least. That's good.
Hey, that's a nice moment.
Some brotherly love.
But the first field goal of the Rally Sports Network football season this year is no good.
Well, with the band in the end zone, they're just going to take a QB kneel. So that would have been crazy if they did take it to the end zone with the band out there standing in the end zone. They were about to be out here like a defensive back.
Celebrate with the band.
But walking off the field are the Golden Hawks. It's 20-14, Cheltenham in the lead. And now the band will take the field to play. We'll be back with you after this short break.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Council Rock South Marching Band here to the field for our halftime show.
Our band staff includes music and visual staff, Ken Brown, Kathy Karshner, and Matt Norris. Percussion staff, Andrew Baldridge and James Baldridge. Color guard staff, Lauren Matthew Burns, Dr. Carly Cunningham, and Joanna Ayer. The Council Rock South Band Parents Association would like to thank our sponsors, Herm's Potato Chips, Gifts for Landscapes, and for their support of the bands at South. The Council Rock South Band is under the field direction of drum majors Jeremy Simone and Don Angelo. Band captain Annalise Trudy, librarian Kenny Marcus, section captains Gabe House and Hilton High, kid captain Lindsay Chen, color guard captain Simon Schunkelmeyer and Eli Slowinski, public relations social media Nadelia Benhura, band managers Vincent Shuttle and Amanda Tom. Section leaders, Katie Free, Grace Kenny, Caleb Savant, Matthew Bash, Jason Lake, Claudia McHugh-Stever, and Sophia Gratch. Council Rock South is proud to present Secrets. Secrets explores the powerful journey of keeping, sharing, and ultimately releasing our hidden truths. The production opens with an oversized diary. Dear diary, I have a secret. Unveiling a deeply personal world through intertwining themes of the Pierces, Beethoven, All-American Rejects, Adele, and One Republic. As secrets begin to spread, whispers grow into rumors, and trust begins to erode. The ensemble visualizes the trail with locked padlocks, spinning keys, and the haunting echo of Dirty Little Secret. With heartfelt narration and character-driven guard work, the show transitions to a place of emotional reckoning and vulnerability. In its final act, the company rises to empowerment, thrusting their secrets into the open, reminding us that liberation comes from not hiding who we are, but from sharing it. Drum majors Dylan Simone and Dar Mangala. Is your band ready?
You know, I'm.
I watched my own.
I
If you want to keep a secret, lock it up and throw away the key.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Walt Snyder Stadium here at halftime. It is Council Rock South 14 to Cheltenham 20. Jack, we have seen it all here in the first half. I mean, is there anything in particular from South offense, defense, Cheltenham offense, defense that has stuck out to you so far in this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great game. Both offenses going back and forth. Both defenses have come up with some big stops. We saw that one pick six for Cheltenham. That was electric. But the two players that I'm really most impressed with are the quarterback and the wide receiver for Cheltenham, being Kendall Jackson and Isaiah Upchurch. In particular, Kendall Jackson, he's looked great. He's made some throws that you don't see out of many high school quarterbacks. We know he's a multi-year starter. We knew he was good coming into this game, but he is playing out of his mind, and Isaiah Upchurch is at the forefront of all that. He's made a lot of great catches, and Cheltenham is looking good on offense.
I mean, yes, certainly. Kendall Jackson has looked just incredible. Like you said, to touch on what you said, you just don't see what he has been doing often from high school quarterbacks. Now, Council Rock's out. They got the stop to end the half. Cheltenham ended up missing that field goal. So now they go in chance to take their first lead of the game. They've been trailing since the first drive of the game. So what do you think they have to do here to attack that Cheltenham defense and then ultimately, obviously, hold that lead? I mean, neither of these teams' defenses have really proven to be able to stop the other than the mistakes that South has inflicted on themselves.
Yeah, and it all starts with that missed PAT for Cheltenham. Now, that could come back to bite them depending on what South's able to do for the rest of this game. But that's big because, obviously, South's kicker has shown that he is capable of putting those PATs through the uprights every time. But, yeah, what South needs to do, they need to impose themselves in the run game. They need to set the tone physically, and then that'll open up lanes for the pass game to develop. And we'll just see how they're able to execute. They've made a lot of miscues. They had the pick six. They've had a couple dropped snaps. They've had a turnover on a kick return. So it all comes down to ball security, fundamentals, and just executing the game plan.
Yeah, absolutely. The last time these two teams met a season ago, it came down to 1 point, a 29-28 victory for the Golden Hawks at home, or rather at Cheltenham. And Jack, I want to touch on, because I think like the story of the game so far for the South explosive plays, really even on both sides of the ball, has been Nate Sidlick. I mean, both sides of the ball, he's been unbelievable. Obviously, breaking that between 40 and 50-yard run on the option. I mean, in a game that we went into talking so much about Shane Myers and what he did last time, it feels like Nate Sidlick on both sides of the ball has just been incredible tonight, really making the difference.
Yeah, and what he did on that last Cheltenham offensive possession really was key because he got a sack there at the end. It was, first of all, a great executed 2-minute drill by Kendall Jackson, but Nate Sidlick's impact on that defensive line, able to get that sack and put Cheltenham just out of field goal range. You saw that kick was certainly accurate enough to make it, but because of that defensive play by Sidlick, it was just short, and it remains a 6-point game. So he's made some big plays. He's had, obviously, some explosive plays on offense, but really defense is where he's made his mark so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting down Kendall Jackson has been proven easier said than done. And on the opposite side, you have Jimbo Smith. I mean, going through the Cheltenham roster I believe I did this around Tuesday, one of the great nicknames that we have seen. You don't often see nicknames uploaded to Max Preps. Cheltenham maybe leading the league rather in great nicknames. They also have number 4 Andre Ghost Jones. He's a junior. But back to Jimbo Smith as I get carried away there. He has been incredible. He's a guy who we haven't really seen. I mean, on Max Preps, he only had 2 registered carries heading into this game. I mean, but he has been one of the center points of that offense, right up there with Zeke Upchurch, he touched on earlier. And they've been able, the running game's been inconsistent. What would you like to see? What have you liked? What have you not liked? And just overall.
Yeah, well, Jimbo Smith, he's been a difference maker. He's been an impact player, and he's really set the tone for the run game because for Cheltenham, it has not been particularly effective. They've had to lean very heavily on Kendall Jackson, both to operate that pass game and for a lot of their run game. But to Jimbo Smith's credit, he has played a very good game. He's a good, tough, physical runner. He can find the open holes. But for Cheltenham to win this game and come away with a dub tonight, they're going to have to control the clock a little bit, and that involves being more consistent on the ground game. And that's going to start with Kendall Jackson and Jimbo Smith. So they're going to have to keep playing on that level and maybe even up their level in the second half against a very deep and a very good Golden Hawks team.
Yeah, and Cheltenham's schedule very top-heavy. Their last 4 opponents in October are an 0-3 Council Rock North, an 0-3 Upper Dublin. They play each other tonight, so one of those teams will be walking away with a win. An 0-3 Truman and a 1-2 Quakertown to end off the season. So if they can get a big win like this on the road against a great team like Council Rock South as they enter the field for their warm-ups. It would be huge. And Jack, one of the biggest things that we talked about in the games against Pennsbury and in the games against Frankfurt was how good the Council Rock South secondary has looked. And we haven't really seen much of that tonight. What have you seen? Is it more of a Kendall Jackson just dotting it up tonight like he has, or is it something you'd like to see different from the secondary?
Well, it's a combination of both, but there's been a lot of open space in the middle of the field, and there's been some safeties kind of letting some guys go and giving Kendall Jackson the opportunity to air it out. So they really just got to tighten up on their coverages because they've left some open space. And as we know, Kendall Jackson, with the tools he has at his disposal, is very good at operating when he can get his receivers into space. But South secondary, again, they're still very good, and they do certainly have the capability to limit Kendall Jackson in the second half. They just have to be stickier on those receivers.
Absolutely well said, Jack. I am Ethan Whitney alongside Jack McInerney. This has been the Rally Sports Network Halftime Show. Don't go anywhere. Second half is next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back under the lights in Newtown, Pennsylvania, 30 miles north of Philadelphia. And the lights are shining down on historic Walt Snyder Stadium. The Council Rock South Golden Hawks trail by 6 as they will receive the ball here in the second half to get things going. And it is suiting up to be an incredible finale here on the Rally Sports Network. Good evening, everyone. I'm Daniel McDevitt, joining you once again. It's an absolute privilege to be with you for tonight's broadcast on the Rally Sports Network. Joining me is Ethan Whitney. Directing tonight's broadcast is Michael Telligan. On the upfield camera is Jack McInerney. And down on the field, Ilya Rubis. As always, the always reliable Ethan Whitney next to me.
And I wanted to touch on this. I mentioned this in the pregame show. Cheltenham has been cursed in one-score games. They've lost 6 in a row. Their last win in a one-score game, believe it or not, 699 days ago. It was a 20-14 win over Upper Moreland in 2023. A loss today would make it 700 even. So these are the circumstances that has separated Cheltenham from being one of the elite teams. This team looks different, but can they play different?
Emerson in the shotgun, hands this one off to Myers. Myers pushes his way through and stopped down by the 20.
Huge test here for the new head coach, Terrence Tolbert. We touched on him earlier in the game. I mean, this is as close as it gets after a first half, going back and forth. So against a more experienced coaching staff from Council Rock South, huge test of, I use this term not too often, a litmus test for what this team is about.
Now Emerson with 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Hands this one off, but no, he's going to fake it, keep him himself, and he's going to go up 2 yards. Now 3rd and 9. And a critical third down here for the Golden Hawks. The Panthers want nothing more than to stop them here and continue to have the advantage being up a score in this ball game.
Yeah, to add on to that, this is a huge drive for Council Rock South. They have to come away with this with points. I mean, that stop at the end of the first half was to set this up. Now you're looking at a 3rd and 9. Huge play that could determine really the rest of the momentum for the rest of this game.
Ball snapped to Emerson. Steps back, looks to throw across the middle of the field. It's Nate Sidlick, and he comes flying down the field. An amazing first down. And Sidlick has just been crucial.
Yeah, I mean, in the first high-pressure situation of the second half, who else but Nate Sidlick, who has been really such a key part of this offense tonight? He has been unreal, and he's just wide open across the middle. Emerson puts it right where it needs to be, and that's just mistakes you can't have from Cheltenham. Too easy for two talented players in Emerson and in Sidlick.
Is he responsible for both the touchdowns in this game? Can't remember.
So, and he had that sack at the end of the first half, which was huge. Took away 3 points. No, Myers had a touchdown.
Myers had a touchdown, okay. Forgot to score that one. A run here gets them up 4 yards.
Wonder if they're going to try to have a more slow and methodical drive for what has been such a fast-paced game. Really give their defense a break and try to establish some tempo. I mean, this game has been moving so fast. Maybe play your pace a little bit here and keep Kendall Jackson on the sideline.
A handoff, but flags are on the play, so this one's not going to matter. It's a false start by the Golden Hawks.
Costly
one here on second down, so that's going to push them back 5 yards.
I mean, in a game where, obviously, you keep saying it, these teams have been so back and forth, it feels like every yard, every loss of yard on a self-inflicted wound like that is just so much more important than really, frankly, we're used to seeing it be for Council Rock South in second halves. The one close game that they played was their loss to North Bend. Obviously, we were not there.
Emerson on 2nd and 11. Fakes the handoff, play action, and he is met behind the line. A huge sack coming out of number 15, Kyle Montgomery. And he rips down Emerson to make this a 3rd and long.
Montgomery's been a difference maker all year long. He's a junior defensive end, 6'2", 206, his 2nd sack of the season. He's a 3-year player here for this varsity team, so every year he's been eligible. He's gotten some snaps in and just making a huge play there. Now 3rd and maybe 15 yards on a huge drive as Council Rock South tries to take their first lead of the night.
Emerson puts Kandelaki in motion. Play action. Rolls out near side. Coming in quick there was number 12, Daniel Crawford with a pressure. The 6-foot senior being a difference maker in that play is the ball incomplete. Yeah. 4th and 20.
Crawford timed that blitz pretty well. He's a defensive back, like you mentioned, 6 foot, 178. And you just feel the crowd a little bit more quiet here now in Walt Snyder Stadium. I mean, that was a drive you felt like they needed points on, and they just can't quite convert. Punt team is out. And you give it to Jimbo Smith, who's the return man back there. Not sure if you want to give him a chance to make some things happen.
This one punted away and booted. It's a line drive going up towards the 30 into the hands of Smith. Smith, far side. 45-50, 55, 55-40, going down into Council Rock territory, down the sideline, and he is going to score. The Cheltenham Panthers sideline goes crazy.
There's a flag out.
Oh, no.
Is that a 2nd one that might be called back?
A flag on the play all the way back at the 40 of Cheltenham territory.
I mean, self-inflicted wounds for each of these teams has been a massive story. We already saw Jimbo Smith get a touchdown called back earlier, and it looks like this one is too, which is a shame because, I mean, that was incredible what he did, just turning on the Jets down the sideline. But it will be all for naught. Huge Huge
Man,
break for Council Rock South.
that is insane. That was an incredible play by Smith, just tiptoeing down the sideline, but brought back by a flag.
I mean, he'd have 4 touchdowns right now if it weren't for 2 penalties.
Yeah, I mean, that
Unreal.
his
The roller coaster of emotions on that play was something else.
his teammates better be buying him dinner tonight. That has just been mistakes by them that he has to pay for. Now brought down behind the line of scrimmage is Mello Stemmen.
Stemma, we've seen them involve him in the running game. Council Rock South defense got a huge stop to end the first half. Now they're going to need another.
Wrapped up by number 21, Joey Madero.
And it's been so fun to see each of these teams, despite, blows to the confidence left and right for each squad, just remain confident and stay in this game. Just the back and forth nature of it has been an electric sight to watch here on a 2nd and long.
With 2 receivers on the near side, Jackson steps back, throws, quick pass, and they tried to get the screen. This one's going to be ruled incomplete. Cheltenham jumped on it as if it was a fumble, but it was not. The target there was Cameron Mack.
Yeah, they tried to run the screenplay. Council Rock South, I mentioned this earlier in the first quarter that they were struggling to read plays. They read that one perfectly. Just never a chance for that one to succeed. Now they forced the 3rd and long. Gotta get off the field. Give the ball back to your offense.
And now on a critical 3rd and long, Jackson backs up, steps forward, throws, tries to get it to the middle of the field, and this one falls out of the hands of Chaz Moore. Not able to bring it in, and they are going to bring out the punt team. It's going to be Golden Hawks ball if they punt it away.
Yeah, best drive we've seen all night from the Golden Hawks defense. The first 3 and out, correct me if I'm wrong, from either side, and they get the pressure in his face. This time, Jackson lets it loose. Bit of a prayer across the middle of the field, winds up just short. And just after a first half where we saw so much defense, back-to-back 3 and outs to start the second half is quite the whiplash. But each of these teams trusting in their defense.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to stay out here on 4th down. Maybe trying to get them to jump early in the 3rd quarter. Or sorry, my mistake. They're going to punt it away. What was I thinking? As this one is giving them quite the trouble, but sometimes pressure makes diamonds. Pushing his way through there was Grayson Nowinski, and he gets it up to the 35. And some competitiveness shown between each teams.
I mean, not surprising to see emotions flaring here, but that was Mello Stemmen, on the punt. He's been their punter all season, averages 34.5 yards per boot. But that one was a great one, just a line drive over the heads of both Golden Hawk returners. Managed to make a good return out of it, though, as they'll get the ball here at the 35. Another chance to take a lead.
And now here on 1st down, in the backfield with Emerson is Shane Myers. He puts Brody Walker into motion. Steps back, looks to throw, keeps it himself. He's going to go towards the outside and gets just back to the line of scrimmage. So not a complete failure there.
Yeah, maybe would have liked to see him stay a little bit more north and south. He tried to get to the outside. Cheltenham had him wrapped up. And now another 2nd and long. And like I said, after such an explosive first half of football, Dan, it is just a bit disorienting to see these defenses playing so well.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better, Ethan. I mean, we saw such a explosive offense first half, and now we're seeing the defenses really prevail.
Big player trying to set up a 3rd and manageable. Or even just get the 1st.
Emerson rolls out of the pocket towards the far side, and he is going to be brought down again at the line of scrimmage. So he still gets to the ball. I mean, still gets the line of scrimmage, so not the worst thing that could have happened.
Looks like they maybe gave him about half a yard, but again, you want to see more north and south. He's just trying to do a little bit too much. And now, second straight drive, they're set up with a 3rd and long. Cheltenham's defense chance to force back-to-back 3-and-outs after neither team having one in the first half. It would be 3 straight 3-and-outs to start the second half. Again, 0 in the first.
Walker on the near side, the spread formation. Moving in motion is Nate Sidlick, the fullback. Emerson looks to throw, fakes a pass, and just tosses this one away. Tried to get the roughing the passer call, does not get it. And 4th and 9, decision time for Coach Sidlick. He's going to send out the punt crew, and a disappointing first 2 drives here for Marley Emerson.
Yeah, you've got to give both of these coaches credit. The defensive adjustments that they've made are obviously working. 3 straight 3-and-outs, 2 from the Council Rock South offense, 1 from the Cheltenham offense. Terrence Tolbert, not much of a defensive history. It is his 4th different time being a head coach in his 26 years at coaching. The first time up here in Pennsylvania, the last time he was a head coach for a varsity team was his alma mater in Orlando, Florida, and Abington in 2023. But each of these teams, great-minded coaches, and you're already seeing the chess game being played. Such just a drastic, I guess, feel to the first 2 halves.
Another punt here as this one's going to go behind the back of Smith. He's not going to play it. He's going to let it roll. And the Golden Hawks pick this one up. So the 18-yard line is where the Cheltenham offense is going to once again get back to it.
I mean, last time we just saw Council Rock South, their secondary looked a lot better. Even towards the end of the first half, they were reading the plays a lot better. So just starting to gain familiarity with the opponent here. I mean, it is a pretty crowded Walt Snyder Stadium. No one has left, if that would surprise you.
Yeah, I don't think that surprised me at all. This is a close ball game. So stay tuned. Click that subscribe button and don't go anywhere here on the Rally Sports Network as an absolute classic happening here.
4 wide receivers. See what they try to do here.
Showing a blitz here. They're going to have a 5-man rush. They get to Jackson quick, and they bring him down to the ground. A big sack for the Golden Hawks. They help him up, showing good sportsmanship there. But that one is huge for setting the tone in this second half.
I mean, that was arguably one of the biggest things South couldn't do in the first half. They could not bring Kendall Jackson down. Every time they got to him, he just made magic happen. But now they've been able to get him down a couple times and just disrupting the entire drive. And now you got a 2nd and long. Got to make something big happen.
A screen pass hits the ground. That one's incomplete. The target was Carson Gideons.
I'm surprised they didn't run the ball there, to be honest with you. Now you got yourself set up with a 3rd and long. You just got sacked. You're close to your own end zone. So if you're Cheltenham, God forbid you go further back, you're setting up your defense possibly with not great field position at all.
And now the defense come out for a huge 3rd down. 3 receivers stacked on the near side. 1 lone man on the far side. Jackson has had no trouble throwing the ball so far this game.
Big test for the Golden Hawks secondary right here.
The Golden Hawks drop back in the coverage. They showed blitz originally. Now Jackson rolls out to the far side. The fans want holding, and we'll see if they rule this a catch. They're going to say it's incomplete. It hit the ground.
And the fans up here were not happy. It looks like the right tackle there, number 57, got an early start. Ultimately does not matter. And, I mean, how about these defenses? After a first half where I feel like all we talked about was offense and skill positions, these 2 defensive units dominating here to start the second half. And now kind of playing the field position game. Council Rock South with a chance on the return to really set their offense up really, really well. Although we did see a great punt last time from Mello Stebbin.
Now, don't go anywhere following the game. We'll have our on-field reporter, Ilya Rubis, giving us our post-game player of the game interview. And now here we go. 4th down, the punt off and away.
Almost
It's
blocked.
booming, and this one is high and into the air. A hand might have gotten on it. And Cheltenham tries to get hand on the ball, but he seemingly tripped on the turf monster.
I mean, like I said, now you're playing the bit of a war of attrition. South's going to start with this ball at the 36-yard line. Given that, you have to imagine any 4th down that they don't feel confident they can hit a field goal, it is 4-down territory. So the South Rock South defense really making things happen right now.
Yeah, definitely. They are just making magic happen on this field. And here we go.
Got to get that offense moving for South, though. Obviously, they have not. Cheltenham's defense made some great adjustments. They've had their number so far in the second half.
1st down, they hand this one off to Myers. He finds a lane for the outside and gets about 5 yards. So this will be a 2nd and 5. Myers a little slow to get up. He's going to stay down, and Trainer's going to stay out there. Hopefully he is all right. We're going to step away, and we'll be back with you after this short word from.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily.
Sending it back to the field, 2nd and 5. A handoff here to the outside. It's Nate Sidlick, and he is going to have a 1st down and some change.
I mean, I said to you off air, Dan, I wonder if we're going to see Sidlick a little bit more. The first play after they give it to him, he gets the 1st down. I mean, him and Myers have just been Shane Myers. How do you stop that duo? I mean, it's like shades of almost Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in the NFL. You've got
Hey, you
Shane
got your
Myers,
fullback and you got your halfback.
and they're both incredible. Nate Sidlick, really the first time we've seen him be a huge part of this offense, and what a time it has been.
Now, don't discount the junior Gavin Lacey.
For sure.
Handoff to Brody Walker. Pushes up 2 yards. As it looks like Gavin Lacey's going to fill in for Shane Myers until he feels ready to enter back into the game.
Yeah, they're going to give him as much time as he needs.
Yeah, definitely. He has been an absolute workhorse for this team. Just playing some incredible ball as of late.
Potential we see. After 2.5 games, almost 2 3/4 games, the first field goal attempt for Council Rock South. Potential.
So he is heading to the trainer's table. He'll be looked at there. Hopefully he is all right. Emerson keeps this one himself and pushes up to the 20-yard line. Now set for a critical 3rd and 6. Possibly 3rd and 7.
Tough decision here and you see the attrition really starting.
Yeah, war of attrition.
This has been a physical game, especially this second half.
Football isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And we'll send it to commercial.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
So the player is all right, and we'll continue action. 3rd and 7. Emerson with a critical play here.
Depth of these two teams going to be tested.
He lines up with Chris Gunter in the backfield with him, the junior fullback. As Emerson, it's a QB keeper. He's going to have the 1st down if he can extend the arm. And as the referee scores it, it looks like it's a 1st down.
I mean, they let Emerson keep it, put Gunter ahead of him as a blocker. Keeping it simple and keeping it moving. They now get the new set of downs. Chance to, I mean, it would be huge for them to get their first lead of the game. I mean, playing from behind for what is now about 35 minutes of football is grueling. So if they can get their first lead of the game here, really you start to see momentum shift. And like we said, Cheltenham, they've been viced in these one-score games. Will it be different this time?
They took a page out of their opponent last week's book, Pennsbury, of running it so you can't run no more. Emerson tosses this one up, though, and just out of the hands of Nate Sidlick. He is going to be dreaming about that one. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it was just out of reach.
I mean, an over-the-moon ball. That thing hung up there for a long, long time, and Sidlick just couldn't quite get there. I mean, that's as close as you can get. Perfectly executed, but right up until the end.
And now Emerson, he's still got more plays, so no need to panic. Things are all right. Defense shifting. They seem a little bit flustered. We'll see if Coach Tolbert wants to make a timeout. As Emerson steps back, he's going to look to throw. Across the middle of the field. He's got him. It's a touchdown. And Council Rock South take their first lead of the game off the hands of Joey Madara. It's 20-20. And I am mistaken. They will take their first lead if they can make the PAT.
I mean, Joey Madero just beats Andre Jones to give Council Rock South the potential for their first lead of the game. What a beautifully executed drive there, from the play calling to the execution. I mean, it was amazing. And now this is a giant kick, and it's going to be blown dead. There is a flag.
Flag on the play on this one, and give your flowers to Joey Madera, the 6'3" tight end, 190 pounds, and he is a two-way player, played defensive edge last year out of necessity, and now playing both sides of the ball. He also plays basketball for South.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis coming at you live from the sideline as the CR South Golden Hawks tie the game pending the extra point. We have ourselves a ball game here. They were once down two scores in this ball game. Completely out of it. That Cheltenham defense was dominating. They have clawed back into it, and now we have a tie game. Sorry, lead by 1. Back to you, Dan.
The ball game now lies at 21-20 as the Golden Hawks made the PAT. And with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter, Council Rock South has taken their first lead of the ball game.
I mean, just taking a look at their sideline, you can see the body language is different. They are much more, I guess, bright would be the right way to say it. I mean, after grueling for 35, now almost 36 minutes, you just can't quite break through and take the lead. They finally get it, and they are up by 1. Now it is back to the Golden Hawk defense, which has been perfect so far. But my God, this is incredible cinema here at Walt Snyder Stadium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis coming at you live from the sideline of a game where the CR South Golden Hawks lead by 1. Cheltenham had an incredible first half, but CR South turned it up. They started late once again, but they hold the lead in this ball game. This is a 1-point game. We got a lot more football to play as time winds down here in the third quarter. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Ilya. Another great report. And another great, no, they bump into each other. And Smith said, I'm going to take this one. He's had a good record with taking the ball, but Chaz Moore goes down off the hit of Smith. So two teammates collide in what could have been disaster for the Panthers.
I mean, sort of the mistakes that we more so saw South make in the first half. You see the momentum start to shift. And now, speaking of things shifting, the pressure shifting from Marley Emerson and his offense all game long, now to Kendall Jackson for the first time all night, trailing in this game. I'm sure they would have had to hear about their record in one-score games, their inability, to finish these kind of games out. And, I mean, as a statement for the rest of their season, this is going to be huge for what they think they are.
Kendall Jackson hands this one off, and turning on the afterburners is Smith, but met behind a line of scrimmage with an incredible tackle there by the two-way player, Joey Madera. The senior
Just
brings
got
him
the
down.
touchdown.
And we'll take a look at the golden margin here as the Golden Hawks, they've had 2 wins on the season, but when they win, They have outscored their opponents by an average of 28 points. Only lost one game by a single touchdown, and that was North Penn, who are absolute juggernauts of the Suburban 1 League. So we end the third quarter here. And Ethan, what a game we got going into the fourth. This has just been incredible.
I mean, yeah, like you said, this is unbelievable, the cinema we have going on here at Walt Snyder Stadium. An incredible game for the Friday Night Lights. And, I mean, for each of these teams, it's been back and forth, but Council Rock South dominated that third quarter. And it's similar to what we saw Coach Sidlick do against Pennsbury. We saw Pennsbury run it so often, and he just stopped respecting their pass game. He brought the safeties in, and it really eliminated that side of the ball for the Falcons. Now you see him adjusting again tonight on defense against a Cheltenham offense that really looked unstoppable through the first, say, 24, 25 minutes of game time. And now 3 straight 3-and-outs to open the second half. Now the pressure is mounting. Kendall Jackson, he had 19 yards in 2024, a 64.7 completion percentage. The right-handed junior, he's a 2-year starter, veteran in this system. The pressure is mounting. I mean, the next, 12 minutes of football could really change the outlook of the next month and a half, 2 months for both of these teams and the Continental Conference.
Yeah, I mean, this is, for both squads, just, you got to stay in the fight here. It is a war of attrition. It is a marathon. You got to finish the last 12 minutes strong here. Both teams still in this ball game, 21-20. Handoff here. Goes to Mello Stemmen, the running back junior, standing at 5'7". He gets just to the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 10.
Cheltenham just unable to establish the run so far here in the second half. Going to have to rely a lot on the arm of Kendall Jackson. And not that that's exactly a bad bet, but South's had him figured out so far. So we get a whistle on the field.
Yeah, whistle's blown.
I believe they were taking a player off.
So, could be a legal substitution?
I think it may have been an injury concern. They wanted him to sit out of play.
Okay. There is laundry on the field. I do see a flag behind the line judge over there.
A lot of discussion going on. You may have been right. It could have been an illegal substitution, but he is picking it up.
Yeah, so flag's been picked up. So, we'll play on. 3rd and 10. Cheltenham.
What do you got, Kendall Jackson?
Here we go. We'll see what he can do in the fourth quarter. Steps back. Looks to throw, and he is wrapped up and brought down. A crucial sack out of Nate Sidlick. And that is his second major sack of the ball game.
I mean, he is the definition of two-way player tonight. He has been making it happen on both sides of the ball. And I'm not just talking he's having a good game on both sides of the ball. He has been the best player on both units all night for Council Rock South. This time, he forces the punt way back in their own end zone. South a chance to even block this one. I mean, what he is doing tonight is unreal. Especially after the first 2 games that we broadcasted, we just didn't really see him that often. But welcome to the Rally Sports Network, Nate Sidlick. I mean, he's been, like I said, I think he's been the best player on both sides for Council Rock South.
The highlight reel is out, and you can imagine the Golden Hawks are going to bring the house here to try to block this punt. This one gets off and away successfully. It's got a high arc and into the hands here of Nowinski. He's on the near side and pushing his way through, still standing at the 15. And his teammate carrying him out of bounds there. A great play, and now they have incredible field position. And the Golden Hawks, trailing all ball game, are suddenly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, what a switch up this is. Cheltenham, again, not doing great at finishing this one out. Obviously, a lot of time left. But I think the thing that you are seeing right now is that extra point, that missed PAT from Cheltenham earlier in the game, coming back to loom large. Suppose Council Rock South scores a touchdown. Cheltenham would have to respond with both a touchdown and 2-point conversion just to tie this game back up. But Marley Emerson going from playing catch-up to in the driver's seat.
It's getting loud here at Walt Snyder Stadium, and there's an early jump. Flag's blown.
South a little bit antsy. Little bit antsy.
Just a little bit.
I mean, that's obviously just the difference in the rulebook.
No, it's going to be
Wow.
Cheltenham. Cheltenham jumped early.
I was just going to say the difference being, obviously, the defensive players, all they have to do is not cross the line. I thought that they got him to jump, but refs ruled otherwise. That is a big 5 yards this close to the end zone, and there might be 5 more.
And another flag thrown. We'll see who it's going to be on.
Nope.
And this time it's on Council Rock South, so we're going to shuffle back and forth.
Penalties have been a big thing for each of these teams. For as well as they've both played, there's been a lot of self-inflicted errors. I mean, think back, it's hard to imagine with how methodical the Golden Hawks offense has been, but they had 4 fumbles in the first quarter.
If you're enjoying this game, make sure you click that subscribe button to help us make these broadcasts possible here on the Rally Sports Network. Emerson, shotgun. Wide receiver stack on the far side, but the option's going to work once again, and Sidlick is going to run this one into the end zone for a touchdown. What a play. I can't speak more fondly of Nate Sidlick this ball game. This has just been incredible. He had the sack that pressed the Panthers back into their own end, and then off the punt, they move it all the way into Panthers territory, and Sidlick off the option rings this one in for 6.
I mean, I'm running out of things to say. It's to that point. I mean, he is accounted for taking 3 points off the board from Cheltenham with his sack at the end of the first half, which knocked them just a bit too far outside for the field goal, and now 2 touchdowns for the offense. I mean, you just don't see guys play this well on both sides of the ball, especially, and we touched on this earlier, in a game that has been so physical. I mean, he looks like it's the first quarter out there. And that option has been killing Cheltenham.
And the Panthers are going.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis coming at you live from the sideline as the CR South Golden Hawks notch up another touchdown against the Cheltenham Panthers. This team is rolling right now under Nate Sidzik, two-way player, playing incredibly right now with an incredible triple-play touchdown. The double handoff there, and he takes it all the way in, bouncing off tackles, and he finds the end zone as the CR South Golden Hawks take a 28-20 lead in this ball game. Back to you, Dan.
And thank you, Ilya Rubis, once again.
You can just hear the joy in his voice with how incredible this game has been.
He is so happy down there.
Changed man.
Changed man. That's what football can do to you.
That is what football can do to you. And
there's no shortage of football here on the Rally Sports Network, is there, Ethan?
Not at all. We've got plenty of games coming for you after this one. Next week, we've got Truman at Council Rock North. The first we'll cover for Council Rock North. And this one going to be jumped on at around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they decided to go for an onside there. And didn't go the way they wanted to. I think they got inspired by Pennsbury last week, who did that off it was the middle of the game. There wasn't really any need for an onside kick, and they just went for it, caught them by surprise, and I think that's exactly what they were trying to replicate.
Yeah, love the aggressiveness there. And Cheltenham, an offense that looked unreal through the first 2 quarters, just stymied here by the South defense. Kendall Jackson, I mean, this is a drive that could have a multiple really wins. The yelling from the cheerleaders caught me off guard there.
It'll do that. Smith to the outside. He has some room to run, and he's going to maybe get the first down. We'll see where they want to move this. The line of scrimmage has not moved, so it's going to be 2nd and probably about a millimeter.
I mean, how about crowd noise having an effect on the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's having an effect on you. So
yeah,
I
I say more so me than any defense, but what do you know?
Well, the ball's going to move up here. I think there was a flag on the play. My mistake. I didn't catch that one.
That's huge. I mean, a Cheltenham offense that's been struggling to get moving, they're going to get the ball at the 25-yard line. Obviously, you do need those extra 2 points on the conversion. And it is loud here on the biggest drive of the night.
We usually see a run out of this formation with Cheltenham. We'll see if they do it here. No, they're going to play action. Throw it deep towards the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Carson Gideons just does not reach it.
And I mean, I talked about in the first half how the South secondary was struggling. It's looked like two different teams out there from the first and the second half. Back deep for Council Rock South. Not a bad throw. Late adjustment wouldn't have been an easy catch to make. At the end of the day, that's just great defense. Now you get set up with the 2nd and long.
Jackson hands this one off to Smith. Smith to the far side and gets brought down after just about 2 yards.
Interesting decision for Coach Tolbert. If they get to a 4th down here, assuming they want to be in field goal range, you still have 9.5 minutes to go, but a South offense that's looked perfect on their last 2 drives. Do you kick the field goal, cut the lead down to 5, or is it do or die? I'd favor to say he'd go for it, but we'll see if he even has to make that decision.
And now Jackson on a crucial 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Steps back to throw, lets it rip, and this one is caught, but there's a flag on the play.
I think that's on South.
And as it stands, it's an Upchurch 1st down.
Upchurch and Gideons have been tearing them up all night. It looks like they're finally starting to get that rhythm back. If this holds, and it does not. They're having a word with his offensive lineman, Kendall Jackson.
Oh, man.
He's mad.
That is, if you are Coach Tolbert right now, that is, you got to be livid.
I mean, frustration, but that's a hold. That is a 10-yard penalty. Really, you're losing about 20 yards there. It's the difference between a 1st and 10 at around the 15 and a 3rd and 20 at the 35. So, understandable.
And now, Adoree Jackson looks to throw, moves up in the pocket. It's collapsing. Linemen around him. And now here comes the defense to bring him down. Kendall Jackson goes down on the play.
I'd like to say, ghosts of Thursday Night Football still getting you there. Adoree Jackson.
Yeah, you know what? I made a mistake there, and I realized it immediately. I said Adoree Jackson. And hey, with the Birds playing on Sunday, it's lingering in my mind because that's got to change, Adoree Jackson. You heard it here first, folks.
That is a costly mistake there from Kendall Jackson. Just wanting to try to get that ball out, even make it possible you could go for it on 4th down. I don't know what decision Tolbert would make there, but you end up losing 10 more yards. Now it's a 4th and 30, and your hand's forced. You got to put faith in your defense. You can hopefully pin him back deep.
This one is flag on the play.
That could be big.
But a line drive as the ball is going to be picked up and returned here by Logan Smith and brought down 26.
I did not see if there was contact with the kicker, but if it is roughing, doesn't look like it is. They're going onto the field, but if it's roughing, I believe that is an automatic 1st down, but I don't think it is.
It seemed like Coach Sidlick was unhappy. The line judge threw the flag.
Could have been a jump by either side.
Still awaiting the call from
Cheltenham's defense is just, still out there on the field.
referee, and looks like we're going to have it in just a second. False start, and it's going to be on the Panthers. And
I mean, this is a crazy amount of penalties for each
Bad.
of these teams.
turns into even worse right now.
So the 25-yard line turns into the 30. That's big at this stage in the game. See if Council Rock South tries to kill some clock with 7:45 left to go. I mean, the run game's been pretty dang good. Would not blame them.
Marley Emerson on a drive that could shut Cheltenham out. hands it off here quickly. Racing towards the sideline is Gavin Lacey, but quickly wrapped and brought down after a gain of maybe 1. Now it seems like he's going to stay right at the line of scrimmage. Up now they finally move it. It's a gain of 1. I was correct.
I mean, just like last time these two teams faced, it's coming down to the wire. And could not be a better place to be on a Friday night.
Yeah, this is
awesome.
This is probably one of the best games going on in the county right now, and you're seeing it live here on the Rally Sports Network. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, give us a subscribe and like the stream. Follow us on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Rally Sports Network, anywhere you look. Emerson takes a snap, and it's going to be a QB keeper. Up through the middle, towards the far sideline, and taken down. So now 3rd and 7 as it lies.
Big decision here for Coach Sidlick. Do you run the ball, burn off about 40 more seconds of the clock? You're down to 6.5 minutes. Or do you try to convert? You risk the incompletion. Obviously, the clock not too much of a factor here. It's still 6.5 minutes, still a chunk of the game left to go. But obviously, these decisions that are made now going to have the ripple effects that we've seen. And just all signs kind of leading back to that missed extra point in the first half. Just such a difference it has made. And Cheltenham trying to prove that, they can close out these kind of games.
Time not the friend of the Panthers, as 6 minutes left to go in this ball game. Emerson in the shotgun. 1 receiver on the far side, 1 on the near side. Almost an early jump there by the Panthers. They show blitz. Emerson rolls out far side, quick pass, and it is incomplete.
Big play there from Alistair Reese, a 4-year varsity player. He's a 6'2", 230 senior, already has a sack on the season. And, I mean, just last year, he was incredible. 44 tackles and 3 sacks, 5 sacks in his sophomore season as a varsity player. Used to be more of a two-way player. He's transitioned into more focused on the offensive side of the ball, actually, over the last couple years. But there we see him making his impact felt, possibly the depth being tested, as we've seen some injuries in this game.
The punt away. Smith's going to pick it up and fakes out 1 defender up through the far sideline, and they got to close that lane. Almost escaping once again. And the entire Suburban 1 League Continental Conference is getting put on a watch right now, as we'll take a look at our standings. This is going to have huge implications, as CR South and Cheltenham are looking like favorites from what we have seen. I mean, Sauderton 2-1 and Ben Salem 2-1. We'll see them later on in the season, as South will travel to visit both of them.
I mean, I think this is the thing that is the reason why Cheltenham fans still have confidence. In a 1-score game with the town, you have all it takes is 1 play.
Sorry, my mistake. Not travel to visit both of them, as a run here by Palmer King gets to just about the almost 50-yard line, 48. But they will not travel. They will see them here at Walt Snyder Stadium. One of those games being broadcasted on the Rally Sports Network, the 7 o'clock game, October 9th. That is the Sauderton matchup.
That'll be a great one.
And late in the season, especially if the standings stay the way they are, that will be a huge game.
And I think especially for Cheltenham, you don't want to fall to 1-3 to start a year, especially with a big loss to a contender like this.
Jackson slings this one across the middle of the field, and this one gets into the hands of Chaz Moore, but that's always going to be considered a dangerous pass as Chaz Moore goes down. I hope he's all right. And we're going to step away. Again, hopefully he is all right after this short word from our sponsors.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Chaz Moore walking off on his own accord, a great sight to see. So you never want to see a player that's had this much of an impact in a game out like that.
I wonder if you get aggressive here if you're Cheltenham. Maybe try to blow the top off the defense and then feel confident on a 4th and inches.
Jackson rips the ball to the corner, and getting away with it here is Upchurch. Down towards the 10 and wrapped down at the 7. What an explosive play out of Upchurch right here.
I mean, they're getting back to what they do best. You get the ball into the hands of one of the most talented skill position groups in the Continental Conference, and Upchurch just making it happen. Zeke Upchurch, he's had an impact on this game all night long, and just makes a couple guys miss, gains about 30 yards, and all of a sudden this Cheltenham offense is right back where they started.
With 5 minutes to go, this one doesn't seem so out of reach. As here we go from the 7. Jackson fakes the handoff, and this one, I believe it hit the ground.
Yeah. He just didn't see it coming there.
Yeah, that was a hit from behind. Brought him down and bobbled the ball immediately following that.
Two-way player Isaiah Simpson, the target, leads the team in tackles per game with 15 entering tonight. And we've seen Council Rock South hold their line in the red zone. We saw that at the end of the first half, or rather in their own territory. But this one will not be easy as momentum shifting about 1,000,000 times tonight. Does it have 1,000,001?
Jackson looks to throw. Near side of the field, up and into the air. It's in the hands of number 7, Carson Gideons.
Didn't get his feet in bounds.
Oh, my goodness. That was a wonderful catch, but you got to get the feet in to make it count.
He's out of bounds.
Yeah, ref was right on that one. Would not have been an easy catch to make. I mean, just catching the ball, let alone getting your feet in bounds. And now a huge 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Biggest play of the night right here.
Let's hear it for that Golden Hawks defense. 3rd.
Jackson gets his team set. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. Snaps the ball, steps back, looks to throw the short pass, and not there is Stemmen. It was just out of reach of the 5'7" junior.
That was brutal because there was no one in front of Stemmen. That's a walk-in touchdown if he can get that ball. But instead, now it's 4th and goal. And I mean, everything we've seen in this game, for everything that it has been, arguably coming down to this play right here.
With the game on the line, it is 4th down at Walt Snyder Stadium.
Couldn't write a better script.
Jackson in the shotgun. Timeout called. This one going to be charged to the Golden Hawks.
Smart timeout here. You got to make sure every single player knows what's going on here. I mean, you get this stop, you take control of the game more than you already have.
And one of the things I want to mention is, can they break the curse, Ethan? Everything but the finish.
I mean, this has been their issue 699 days, like we mentioned. One more, and it's 700 even. I mean, this has been what separated Cheltenham throughout the years. We've seen them give up 14 unanswered points, but can they break it tonight? And you never want to doubt Kendall Jackson. Never want to take him out of the game, but you also have to give credit to the Council Rock South defense and to Coach Sidlick. They've been amazing in the second half. And now the biggest play of arguably each of these teams' seasons so far. I mean, you're possibly looking in one play for Cheltenham, the difference between 2 games under 500 and a 500 record.
You can feel the tension in the air. 4th down. With the game practically on the line. 28-20. Cheltenham in Golden Hawks territory. Jackson in the shotgun. Steps back and looks to throw. The pocket collapsing. Rolls out near side. Makes the throw to the corner. And just out of reach. And the crowd goes wild here at Walt Snyder Stadium. They make the stop.
I mean, that's as impressive as a stop as you'll see from any defense all season long. You get lit up on the first couple plays. Next thing you know it, the Panthers have a 1st and goal. You make not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 straight stops to keep your offense in this game. And I mean, that is unbelievable what we just saw. And the energy in this stadium has flipped on its head. The Cheltenham faithful, still faithful as you see, waving their phones at the flashlights in the away stands, but you can play the field position war here if you get the stop. Give your offense one last chance, but that was incredible.
The field position could be a problem, but the option here works out pretty well.
Tripped
The
up.
turf monster, though, coming and grabbing him. Brody Walker goes down at the 15. And now it's going to be about a 2nd and maybe a 3. Brody Walker seemingly injured, so hopefully he's all right. It seems to be a cramp, hopefully. And we'll be back in just a minute here on the Rally Sports Network.
Follow me to Finney McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finney's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finney McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finney McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough, PA.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
And Brody Walker has been carried off the field by his teammates. We hope, pray he's all right. But we're going to get back to action here in the 4th quarter as Emerson on 2nd and 3 puts a man in motion. That man is Chris Gunter. A handoff here immediately to Gavin Lacey, and Lacey's going to get the 1st down.
That's
and
huge.
You can expect they're going to run each play here.
No reason not to with how good it's been all night long, and now you got to force Cheltenham. They've essentially got 4 timeouts with the 2-minute warning, but I mean, it was the theme that we mentioned going into it, Cheltenham finishing in 1-score games, and it has been the theme of the second half. They've led up 14 straight. Their offense has looked like a completely different team. Unfortunately, not in a good way.
It hopefully seems that Brody Walker's working out a cramp, so hopefully that's what the case seems to be. And we're going to get a stoppage here as a timeout is called by the Panthers. And Ethan, this one has been a barn burner.
I mean, yeah, I don't know about you. I feel like I've never had more physical excitement here from the booth for what we've seen in a game. I mean, we've gotten to call some great games. Just the back and forth nature of it is something you don't see too often. You've got 2 great quarterbacks going back and forth, but I think the story that we've both seen in the second half has actually been each defense, which did not look great, each of them, in the first half, but the Cheltenham defense letting up 14 straight points, and the Golden Hawks defense locked down.
The only thing we've seen that rivals this is calling hockey. We've never had a football game quite like this. So if you're enjoying what you see, please help us to make these broadcasts more possible by clicking that subscribe button. First down for the Golden Hawks.
Oh.
And an early jump. I think that one's going to be on the right tackle.
Yeah, looked like
And
it
that's
from
a
here.
false start. Yep, false start on the Golden Hawks. That's going to back them up.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's been tracking, but there's been a crazy amount of laundry in this game. And just have to imagine on that one, just nerves are high. It's such a pivotal stake in this, or pivotal point, rather, in this game. And he just gets a little bit antsy.
And the bands are getting into it.
This is awesome.
This is Friday Night Lights right now. This is the true spirit of it all. As a 5-man rush, Emerson, QB keep, down the near sideline. He's got some room, and he is going to run out of bounds.
Marley Emerson, we talk so much about his arm and his decision-making. He is a talented runner for what he does. Just making a guy miss there, or rather shedding the tackle. And
we mentioned this last game. He's given a lot of faith on running the option.
yes,
He can read the defense pretty well. They have
He's
they
smart.
run some quite late options into their offensive scheme, and it just shows the trust as player goes down, but we'll continue through this one.
and
But
he's
continuing on
just-
Emerson.
just a very smart quarterback. Like you said, he just knows he's I believe, 2-year starter, correct?
Yeah, he is a 2-year starter,
It shows.
currently a junior
Wow.
for the Golden Hawks, and he is one of the key pieces of this offense. I mean, 1,053 yards last season in 2024. He has just been incredible for Coach Sidlick.
Yeah, and it can't be understated how talented one has to be to start as a sophomore for the varsity team and also play as well as he has. I mean, you can tell he's comfortable. He knows the system. He knows what to do, and that's why the South team is so darn good. A lot of time left.
Ball handed off straight to Gavin Lacey, and the ball's out, but whistle's blown as
I think it was
they're
going
going to say he was down.
Gavin Lacey.
So Gavin Lacey gets the carry up to the 34-yard line.
Cheltenham is down to 2 timeouts, which is huge, given that if it gets to a point they have to burn 3 timeouts just to get the ball back. Now you don't have 3. Obviously, you do have the 2-minute warning. But each team now down to 2.
Three receivers stack on the near side, but those are quite the bigger receivers. Expect the handoff. No, they're going to throw it. Play action. Rolls out far side. Emerson turning on the Jets, and he is just going to spike this one to the ground. It's now 3rd and 9.
Yeah, essentially looked like almost 3 tight ends that there on the near side for us. Only see that in a tight end attack in Madden, one of my favorite plays, but he ends up deciding to throw it. Sees nothing, just gets rid of it. The self-inflicted errors, I keep saying, I feel like a broken record, but we saw them make so many mistakes in the first half with fumbling the ball, with being off timing, with the pick 6, which is huge right now, obviously. You just haven't seen much of that at all, really for both of these teams, but especially Council Rock South's offense in the second half. But big 3rd down.
Don't forget to subscribe and like to the Rally Sports Network. As Emerson in a shotgun, Coach Sidlick making some adjustments from the sideline as they're going to let that one play out. Sidlick goes in motion. Tight end stack near side. The triple option works again, and a push through to get to the 40.
How about a little double handoff action? That was awesome, but unfortunately, not enough.
They have perfected that play so far in this ball game, but not enough. And with 2 minutes and 52 seconds,
It's a tough decision.
we are going to get a big decision.
I feel like you have to punt this one away, put faith in your defense that has been so gosh darn good in the second half, but Sidlick's never been shy to be aggressive. And obviously, with now only 1 timeout remaining for Cheltenham, you potentially put them away with 5 yards.
So good news, Brody Walker up and moving around. So
Great
it looks
news.
like he might come in for the rest of this ball game.
Hopefully it was just a cramp.
Yeah, I believe it was just a cramp. That's what we were speculating, and believe we were correct.
Either way, just good to see him up and moving. But
Yeah, definitely.
the offense
Checking in with
is
the coaches.
staying out there. This is huge. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if you get it, you're a genius. But if you don't, could have made a better play call.
4th down, it doesn't get any bigger than this. Cheltenham a little bit flustered as they hand this one off up towards the middle, and he reaches and gets it over, and it's a 1st down. The Golden Hawks are still driving.
As if it couldn't get any more cinematic. He had one guy to beat to get the 1st down. He lowers the shoulder, reaches over the line, and now Cheltenham backed into a corner. You've only got one timeout left. Not sure if Council Rock South actually has to run a play before the 2-minute warning. The game clocks are off on both sides of the field. I want to say I don't think they do. But, I mean, that is putting faith in your offense to the highest degree, and it pays off, and it might have just won them this football game.
Emerson makes some movements. Heavy on the near side. In motion is Lacey. The snap, QB keep. Up for the middle. Emerson with some daylight. Brought down at the 49, now in Cheltenham territory. And panic setting in for that Panther sideline. So 2nd and 4 coming up.
And this should really just about be it. My mistake, correcting myself. No 2-minute warnings here. But only one timeout left. I mean, essentially, you get a 1st down if you're Council Rock South. You can knee the ball 3 times, and this one's over. And really, what a beautifully coached game. We talked about this off air just a little bit by Coach Sidlick. I mean, he has proven himself nothing but an elite coach through the first 3 games that we've gotten to see him.
The Golden Hawks need a 1st down here to close this one out. The handoff goes to Gavin Lacey. They try to rip him down behind the line of scrimmage, but he's going to break through the middle of the field and get to the 30. And that one might just put this one on ice.
What a win for Council Rock South. A game where they were, frankly, they went down 14-0. They did not look good. They come out of the second half tunnel a completely different team. They do not allow a single point. Kendall Jackson, who was dominating the game through the first 24 minutes, just really taken out of the game almost in a sense. And you can see the energy on their sideline at the bottom of your screen. They know what they just did. This is one of the more impressive wins you'll see by a team all season long. And Dan, unfortunately, you're going to have to make it 700 straight days without a 1-score win.
That's a tough one.
That's as tough as it gets.
Straight win in a 1-score game, of course. Make sure to add that little star to that, just to not confuse anyone.
It has not been 700 days since they won.
Now, don't go anywhere. We still have our post-game player of the game interview, and
can't wait to talk to Sidlick.
It's going to be Nate Sidlick. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. 2 touchdowns and 2 huge game-changing sacks in this ball game. You knew we were going to interview him.
I mean, the only player I've seen in doing this that has such an impact on both sides was Ellie Carney for the women's lacrosse team. And even then, I mean, this is unbelievable. They're going to get a standing ovation here from the crowd, and the definition of well-earned.
Yeah, there it goes. The kneel from Marley Emerson as the clock's going to run out. They're going to have to do one more of that. So victory formation for the Golden Hawks after this final knee. Emerson behind his center takes the knee, and there is the final whistle of the game. The Council Rock South Golden Hawks defend their home turf at Walt Snyder Stadium and outlast the Cheltenham Panthers in a hard-fought Continental Conference battle. A huge win for the Golden Hawks as they add yet another tally to the win column in 2025, and they ascend to 3-1 on the season. These Hawks are soaring.
I mean, we got to see their last game of the season in the Rock Bowl a year ago, and the improvements that this team has shown across the board. I mean, they are serious. Whatever goal that they have, cannot count them out for any of it. I mean, it is unreal, and I think I just really want to give Coach Sidlick his flowers. I think he has been incredible in the games that we see him. The adjustments, the chess pieces being moved around. So far, no coach we've seen has been able to keep up with him.
Yeah, I mean, and as Shane Myers said in the interview last week, they're coming for it all.
And no reason to doubt them after this one. I mean,
they went toe-to-toe with one of their toughest matchups all season, North Penn. They stayed in the fights that ball game. Although it was a loss, it was 21-14, and they held a lead for the second and third quarter. Then you go on and you defeat Pennsbury, one of their toughest matchups they have played in the past decade.
Yeah,
they
really
haven't beat them since 2010.
The boogeyman.
They defeated them, and what was an incredible win, and it doesn't even get what you did here against Cheltenham against a conference opponent. So, I mean, they are putting the entire Continental Conference on watch.
I mean, yeah, this is a game they really needed, as their schedule for the next two games is not easy. You got a 2-1 Ben Salem team at home. Then you got to go on the road for Sauderton. I touched on this at the halftime show. You really wanted to get these early wins, because then you look at their October schedule, and it's really, on paper at least, a pretty easy slate. You'll start October right here at Council Rock North, where they're 0-4 right now. They lost to Upper Dublin today. Then you face Upper Dublin at home. Then it's Truman at home, and to top it off, their rivals Quakertown. And I mean, that could very easily, obviously, you don't want to make assumptions with that a month away, but if they play their best, that could potentially be 4 wins, but this is a game you needed. Now you're 2 games under 500 in a game that I think is fair to say they should have won. They had this one, and they let it go, and South, just a better team.
So don't go anywhere. Nate Sidlick will be joining us in the booth for the post-game interview, and you got to give him his flowers. 2 touchdowns and 2 incredible sacks that changed the fate of the ball game. But we'll give our flowers here to the other players who made such huge differences. Shane Myers with a touchdown in this game, Joey Madara with a touchdown, and obviously Emerson, the captain of that offense, leading his team to an incredible win. And honestly, you got to give it to Cheltenham. They still played an incredible ball game. You had Kendall Jackson absolutely slinging the ball like no one we've seen before this season. It was just absolute great play out of him. Then you had James Jimbo Smith.
What a nickname.
What a nickname. That is on his roster. They wanted us to know.
It was the first time I'd seen a nickname. They also have Andre Ghost Jones, which is another nice one. But to build off of your point, this Cheltenham team, you can take on that they at least still looked like a pretty darn good football team. It's just, well, for whatever reason, like similar to Pennsbury for Council Rock South, they just have not been able to close out football games. And, despite the great play of guys like Kendall Jackson, but to touch on what you're saying earlier about Nate Sidlick, suppose in a vacuum here, he just has an average game. He doesn't score a touchdown. That's minus 14 points for Council Rock South. Suppose he doesn't get a sack. That's plus 3 points, maybe 7 at the end of the half for Cheltenham. I mean, a 17-point swing by one player is something you just never often see, and honestly cannot wait to see what Ilya's got to say to him. I mean, what a game.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear his questions. And Nate Sidlick, like we said, just one of the biggest pieces to this puzzle as they took the defeat. I mean, they defeated Cheltenham. It's just an incredible one, but we'll step away. Don't go anywhere here on the Rally Sports Network. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this one as we will get ready. Oh, a homecoming proposal.
Oh.
Let's get the camera down there.
Good for him.
As
going away with something.
That's awesome, yeah. You're not going away with just a defeat. You're also going away with a win.
Cameron Mack, the senior, good for him.
I think that's a Golden Hawk cheerleader.
Whoa.
So Romeo and Juliet.
Double agents.
His teammates are going to be quite upset. He's playing for the other team.
Mike's loving it back here.
Yeah, Mike's happy. He loves to see a good homecoming proposal. Mike's a big rom-com fan, right? Mike loves himself a good romantic movie.
Mike, what do you think about the Summer I Turned Pretty? says Team Conrad. I'm not really sure what that means.
I don't know what that means either. I have not seen a episode of that show.
I'll try to educate myself before next week.
Okay, but
Back to football.
yeah, we're still waiting for Nate Sidlick. He is down on the field talking to another reporter.
No surprise.
So we're gonna have to make sure Ilya Rubis hustles next time.
The world's waiting on you, Ilya.
Ilya, there's no pressure at all, but honestly, we got place to be, man. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we're going to step away for just a second here on the Rally Sports Network. We'll be back with you when we're ready for the interview with Nate Sidlick.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough, PA.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop
Live here on the Rally Sports Network. We got Nate Sidlick ready for his interview after he defeats the Cheltenham Panthers 28-20. So, Ilya, take it away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis, joined here by Nate Sidlick, the Rally Sports Network player of the game. How's your night going?
Great. Love getting out, getting a big win, second half win, come back. It was great.
How important is your role in this team as a two-way player dominating on both offense and defense?
I mean, a lot of it is leadership. I like to think these guys look up to me, so I like being in both huddles, being able to control it and make sure we always have a positive mindset going out. Make a mistake, go make the next play.
Some creative play calling there with two option plays leading to touchdowns. How important is it that every man do his job on those kinds of plays?
I mean, it should be like that every play. I mean, every guy has to do his job. It's 11 guys playing as one team, so okay.
Yeah, your teammate Shane Myers mentioned last week that CR South is coming for it all. What do you have to say about that?
I'm right with them. League's on notice. Let's go.
League's on notice. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Nate. Thank you for the interview, and have a great night, man. Back to you, Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first. The league's on a watch. And that'll wrap things up from Walt Snyder Stadium here in Newtown, Pennsylvania. Once again, the final score, 28, Council Rock South, 20, Cheltenham Panthers. A huge thank you to our sponsors, Transcend Fitness, Finny McGee's Pub, and Dress to the Nine for making tonight's coverage possible. And, of course, a big shout-out to our incredible crew directing tonight's broadcast was Michael Telligan, hosting our halftime show, were Ilya Rubis and Harrison Eshelman. Down on the field reporting was Ilya Rubis. On the wide camera was Jack McGarney doing our halftime show. I'm mistaken. Was Jack McGarney and Ethan
McInerney.
Whitney. McInerney.
He's grimaced in pain.
Yikes. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jack. Alongside me, my booth, my partner and color commentator, and I'd hype him up a little bit, but he just called me out. The always reliable Ethan Whitney. For all of us here at Rally Sports Network, I'm Daniel McDevitt saying thank you for spending your evening with us. We'll see you next time. Good night from Walt Snyder Stadium.